Slovenian.
I thought it was Slovakian. One of them Slovenian, one of them Slovakian. Or Serbian.
Man, don't
Your video good though, right?
Luka, man.
Who you? I guess you was talking to G.
Yeah.
Oh, my shit still ain't on. Hold on, man.
Oh, no,
I'm assuming. Big buddy. I got a headache on 100 oops. It's coming from New York.
And like that, we are back with another Unpacked, presented to you by the To Be Fair Show and
the GSH Podcast.
It doesn't matter how you feel.
even you. Yeah. With that said, y'all see the guys. Everybody is here, and yeah. I don't know if we need to play lean back. I don't know if we need to play. I got 100 guns, 100 clips. I'm from New York. I don't know. What's that Alicia Keys and Jay-Z song?
Empire State. That's
mine.
New York.
But saying all that to say, we are talking New York today. It's a lot going on, not just the finals when it comes down to New York. We have the Democratic Socialist Mayor Zohran Mamdani. His approval rating is the highest. It's higher than Trump right now. And I think he's at like a 68 or something like that. 63, 68. It's one of them two. And he's been getting some things done. And it'll be a good time to talk about what that means. He also skipped out on a interesting parade. He signed a bill that told kids that they could stay up late to watch the finals. But New York has also had some other interesting things happening where, it's that boy Jackson Dart. He'll bring out the MAGA. He said his parents was Secretary of State. All these people served in the military. I'll let him tell y'all the whole story. And then again, we do have, this is adjacent to New York because of course, this is the melting pot where we did have a recent ruling that came down in South Carolina where unfortunately the kid that was thought to have had been stealing something from a corner store was ran down on by an Asian man and his son. And I don't know, the trial, some might say, went an interesting way. But before we get into all that, oh, my bad. I forgot to say Knicks, Spurs. In which, I don't know, right? When I looked away, the Spurs was putting a little belt. But I think that the hero's journey.
Knicks up one.
Okay, the hero's journey fixes in. We see the theatrics. Our boy Brunson got hurt a little bit, came back. And it's going to be interesting. So we'll give some predictions, some NBA talk. But before we do all that, y'all see the game. Everybody is here. G, talk to us, brother.
What's good, everybody? It's G, host of the GSH Podcast, where we focus on family, friends, finances, freedom, and our future. Forget about everything else. Check it out wherever you get your pods. Just search GSH POD. Hi.
All right. Beside him, you see him. It is a third of the To Be Fair Show. The host of the To Be Fair Show. Catch him riding with Benny the Butcher and Johnny P's caddy. Johnny, what's going on, brother?
What up? How y'all doing, man? We got a good one lined up. Some unfortunate stuff happened down here at SC, but we'll get into that. But we up here in Charlotte, that's like Brooklyn South. It's a bunch of New York Knicks stuff going on. It's a whole bunch of Knicks fans down here. So orange and blue skies, man. I got Knicks in 5.
Orange and blue skies, Knicks in 5. Uh, and beside him, you got that guy. They call him the mayor of Charlotte, or well, damn, I think the mayor of Charlotte just retired or something.
Resigned. I think,
Yeah,
or
resigned.
step down.
Step down. Maybe pro temp mayor of Charlotte. The governor
Spot is
of Black,
open.
Africa's favorite,
Governor.
Mr. A Black TV. What's going on, brother?
Yo, what's up, everybody? I'll be on camera in just a second. I'm just getting to the crib, getting settled.
We
But
dig
yeah,
it.
man, happy to be here and have some good conversations about what's going on in the world.
Got you. All right. So again, we got a couple New York hot topics that have hit, and I think that what better to start it than, I don't know. Some people call him the king of New York. I think that when Kendrick said that he was king of New York, they tried to jump on his head. Have any of y'all seen the Roots Picnic freestyle by Jay-Z? And if so, what is y'all thoughts?
Yeah, I definitely seen that joint. You know what I'm saying? I echo what I put in the Discord. I thought it was a little meh. At the end of the day, I didn't hear anything that was like really like spoiled milk face worthy. Pause. Like I didn't really get many of those moments. And I just think overall, given Ho's recent GQ interview and him talking about there's no place for beef in hip hop, for him to then go on stage and then rattle off on several niggas, it just shows that like this, you keep, he's a character. You really can't trust what he say, when he say it. He's gonna do whatever he needs to do ultimately to capitalize. Okay. And I'm pretty sure our album's coming, but I just think overall the freestyle was okay, nothing special. And I think it's very just like ridiculous for him to make that sort of stance he made, then come out and diss the nigga he say that don't need to be beefing. It's mad silly.
Oh, that's yeah. That was before that nigga had dissed him. I'm gonna play a little bit of it and then I'll throw it back to y'all.
Hattie's turning 100.
Can y'all hear that?
If she would have transitioned before I cleared my name, I would have hunted them. Every one of them playing these silly games. That 1-800 ambulance chaser would have wished one came. But now 911 is a joke. Public enemy #1, I've been ranked. The rock's not crumbling. The leprechauns have magically run out of pranks. Your son on a federal jail line mumbling something about having too much in his drink. You know how dumb that is? Another one fumbled his, wonder how I get the blame. Niggas' teeth is tumbling out their mouth and somehow I'm the one who done it. It's a murder mystery game.
All right.
Like he act like that joint was so hard. I'm like, Jay, you starting to show the age, dog.
Yeah, he was stuttering through some of that too.
That won't it.
That was all right right there. I ain't mad at the Dame Dash diss.
The Dame deserves
who done it? Murder mystery. Blame me. I ain't mad at it. It's a scheme.
I'll say to me, I like the bravado. I like him coming back. I just to me, I wish he would have did it on a beat. Or something to give us just a little more, because I do feel like it was missing something. But I mean, he had a few little slick shots in there, and just I think he is showing his age a little bit with like the hair, and I think he probably needed to be on a beat to make it a little more melodic for like younger people.
Man,
but
the rap's got to be melodic, man. That's crazy. Okay,
I mean. I mean, not melodic, but like we gotta be able to digest it though. It can't be like a Popeye biscuit either though. Like this shit dry. Like I just need something to go with it.
A Black, talk to me.
Yeah, nah, man. I feel like I'm a hip hop head, and like I'm not even Jay-Z biggest fan. I was always the Nas supporter, but I thought that whole moment was real iconic in the sense of just cultural impact. The way he changed the algorithm real quick. Like I feel like not even no hate that people not even talking about the Canadian albums no more.
Oh, he
I
did
thought
kind of wash that away. That is crazy.
I think, and if you know Jay, he's had a history of doing that to artists. Like he used to drop when Nas would drop, or
But Drake did go back to back weeks at number one.
I
He was
mean,
going to do that. He ain't compete with
hold
nobody.
on, let me finish my spiel. I mean,
Okay.
first of all, going number one in the streaming era when nobody else is dropping, to me, it's like it's not a huge accomplishment no more. It's like empty stats almost. Like if you drop and you are a relatively even mid artist and nobody else is out, you're gonna go number one, or at least top three. Like, but back to the freestyle, I feel like it was hella bars. A lot of shit went over people's head as usual with Jay, and I feel like it also shows like how programmed people have become by like just watered down shit. Like even with Johnny saying like, "Oh, we needed a beat," stuff like that.
Yeah,
But
watered
not
down,
not even
Johnny.
not even a point of Johnny, because a lot of people saying that like, "Oh, what he talking about?" Like people have forgotten bars and real hip hop and like the acapella. It's not about a beat or a song or a melody. Let me address all the shit that's been going on like recent, and he's like some old shit. He hit Nicki Minaj, he had a lot of people, and to me it's like it didn't really contradict his stance on beef because there wasn't really no major personal attacking no family back and forth. I feel like it's a difference between responding, defending yourself, and like being in the actual beef. Like he keeps saying like, I'm not in no beef with nobody, I'm Jay-Z, do you know who I am? Like that's the whole thing. Like I'm not beefing with these things. Let me remind you who we are. And I wish we had like clips, because when we talked about the interview, I called it during that he was going to respond during the Roots picnic. Like the whole he's always going to respond, and like that's not, to me, that's not beefing or being hypocritical. It's like, nah, let me get this off. He opened the show with that, and then he ain't say nothing else about nobody else after that. It was straight music, straight the hits, bringing out Benny Single and the old rock, and a whole lot of bigger moments that went down, and people that he brought out. But of course, everybody wanted to focus on that, although apparently it's trash, but it's all everybody's talking about. And then somebody did put the freestyle on a beat just for the people that need a beat, and it was crazy. Like, so it the bars hit harder and made more sense to a lot of people, but I just feel like lyricism has been like so watered down that it's almost hurts people to hear it. That's like I see that a lot with the Kendrick shit, and people like, oh, he make niggas want to read books. Make like people don't like thinking. Like, and you got to break down J bars like Marvel movie Easter eggs sometime. Like that's how many entendres and different shit that he throws and stuff. So people like, oh, I think it was that deep. It's kind of meant because y'all not getting the shit that he's saying. Like y'all need the little white boys to do the breakdowns and show y'all what the nigga is saying.
Why is it that you just not, if you follow Jay-Z his whole career, why is it just that I've seen better than what he just did right there? Like,
I mean, because I also don't think
why
like
can't that just be the
I
case?
don't think he's about to come out MVP level either. Like, because this is all.
I mean, you said it was iconic. That's a very strong word.
I do
It
think
wasn't
it was
iconic.
iconic.
It's not a memorable freestyle. It's not a S. Carter mixtape freestyle. It's not
It's a good way to start the show. It's a good way to start the show.
You're never gonna forget this freestyle. Like that's memorable. You might not remember it word for word, but the moment, the intro, the fro, the hair being unlocked, like you're never gonna forget this shit. Like that's the difference between like somebody getting numbers and streams and people having cultural impact and respect. Like Jay-Z and Kendrick, Beyonce, like certain people, they really shift the culture fully. Like there's and Drake, I
what
don't
did
think he
Jay-Z
really.
just shift? What did he just shift? Like,
I just
help me
told you
understand.
he shift the conversation to
The hair
him.
out
So
his
he
eyes.
shift the algorithm for a week. Like that's not
Not for a week.
that's not a shift in culture to me.
Drake's still number one.
It's literally is though. Like nobody's talking about this dude has been promoting this album for a year and it's already fading off our timeline. GNX dropped in a day and stayed number one for weeks. Like they've already showed the drop in this dude's stream at the first week is a historic drop because people listen off a trend see what he's saying, but I don't think people are really musically as fans for him. Like, if you're not really
Bro,
anticipating.
I'm not even a Drake fan, and Iceman did over 200K second week. Most niggas don't touch 200K on their best streaming week of they.
Bro,
I'm
people
talking
keep
in the
throwing
streaming
out the
era.
numbers.
In the current streaming era, your favorite
G,
rapper
Did you
musician
listen to
usually
Iceman
ain't
today?
touching 200 plus in a
Did you
week.
listen to Iceman today?
I don't listen to music on a regular period.
I'm saying, did you listen to Iceman today?
Yeah,
I haven't listened to any music today.
Iceman.
I haven't listened to any music today.
Okay.
I
so you
did.
listen to Iceman.
I listened to Iceman today.
All Drake supporters do is start throwing out numbers. He did this first week. First off, you can't even prove these numbers. Like, where are y'all niggas counting and tabulating? Y'all just take little graphics and memes and Spotify record broken. We don't know none of this shit is real. All we can do is see the people. I'm outside last week and people did some. That's why I told Q. I thought Q's status was funny about Carisha. I saw the difference when Spin That came out and the damn Make Them Remember shit was on. There was a huge difference at the party between the two tracks. Like, and this dude was supposed to be running the summer, and Carisha got
it's
Spin That,
Carisha.
and she got the verse on the Baby song was also the song of the summer.
But to say Jay-Z just shifted the culture because he changed the topic for a week is not. That's a huge overstatement. He didn't shift anything.
We literally are talking about it right now, bro. It's
Jay-Z.
It's still real time. It's still happening.
Did he shift culture? Did he shift culture when he did his interview in GQ? Because we talked about that too.
Everybody talked about it. Everybody was talking about, oh well, should beef be gone from the culture? He created a whole conversation on whether or not.
Yeah, I think that y'all are looking at shifting culture by different metrics. Gee, it sounds like you're talking about if it was something that was so monumental that it broke records and I don't know, like change the way niggas dressed or something like that. I don't think that that's what Abe Black is talking about as much as it can take over everybody's algorithm timeline for an extended period of time, i.e. a week, 4, 5, 6 days, where it's something that's trending heavily.
And not only take over the timeline,
but a lot of people can do that.
Take over the timeline away from people, from the person that people are saying is the best rapper in the world or the GOAT for a lot of people's GOAT. This dude came and went. Like, why don't people see that? Like, GNX was talked about for weeks and months. Like,
I
did look up the stat. I looked at the stat.
Being a little unfair
I
towards
ain't even
Drake.
got to the other two Drake albums, and it's like that. It made me hate. It's just like it's not really no anticipation because I don't really care what he got to say no more. Like, because I don't believe nothing he says. So, like Jay-Z, if he drops an album, I'm excited for it. And like I said, I'm not the biggest Jay fan, but I'm intrigued.
Everybody would be.
Yeah, I looked up the numbers. I think that the difference between Kendrick and Drake's second weeks is like 30,000. And that's like a, like I said, to me,
don't forget the context of Kendrick dropped out the blue. There was no promo.
Oh no, that to me, like that's the point that I'm kind of driving home is that for it to be like this historical drop off, his second week didn't do like crazier numbers than a out the blue drop. When you look at something that was built up to be number one, like the rollout was supposed to be pretty much a year, and yeah, like he has these crossover fans. This is a commercial album. He's supposed to be big pop guy XYZ with this broad fan base, and in second week to be within 30K of Kendrick is interesting. Who's more niche, I guess you would say.
Yeah, I just feel like musically and as far as music appreciation, some people are interested to hear what other people got to say. Like, I feel like if Drake didn't come to the angle of I'm still responding to beats, I'm still responding to people, I think it would have did better. But that's just me. I feel like him still kind of holding on to that stuff. And now
you're talking like Iceman did terrible. Like it's like the framing of it is kind of crazy. Like you're talking like as if Iceman didn't do numbers. It did very well.
He's beyond the numbers. Gee, like the dude wants respect.
But like, what's the measure of doing well? So what's the measure of doing well? Like, help me understand.
Like for one, I remember when Drake used to drop everybody's IG captions was his lyrics, everybody's stories and posts had his songs.
I see that everywhere on social media.
Everybody got a Drake song on their
shit. I hear Drake on every reel. I see the captions and I see
the
that
R&B
in real time.
joint.
I see it with
all
girls.
The baddies got it.
I see it with light skinned niggas. I see it with hoe ass niggas. I don't see it with everybody.
That's who it's always been with. That's who it's always been with.
Drake used to have everybody. Like even if
man,
hey,
but I think you creating a narrative that's just
wasn't quoting Drake
you on your Rob Parker is what you doing. You trying to really take a far position at the end of the spectrum. Pause. When in reality, the album, like you can't say it's just fell off the planet. The singles are doing well. The album itself is doing well, and he dropped 3 projects in the same week. You like, so it's like there's a lot of shit going on, and again, I just don't think that this shit is as iconic of a moment as you trying to give Jay-Z credit for. He's on the list of Jay-Z moments. Like this doesn't even rank as one of his like top tier moments to me personally, and following his career. This is very much like it was cool. It wasn't trash. I'm not saying it was ass, but it was cool. Like the disses were very like surface level disses, like responding to what people say on social media. This wasn't like old school Jay-Z.
I ain't gonna lie. It took me a second to catch the Nicki Minaj shit, and I was like, oh shit, that's aiming at Nicki. Because
it's very like it's not lethal. It's not like you're not Twinkle Toes. You're breaking my heart. Like you're not really having that lethal Jay-Z like I got you sort of like moment.
I think that your teeth fumbling out your mouth or what that to me that was one of those ones.
That was I call that low hanging fruit. Dame everybody been clowning Dame for his teeth falling out.
The Dame Dash shots was good. It got the reactions, and it had Dame in his feelings.
Yeah, I just thought the bars was low hanging on Dame. Pause.
So funny.
But the nigga can't keep his name out his mouth. I get it.
I don't disagree.
Keep my name in your mouth and your teeth falling out. I got to make it rhyme.
Nicki at Barbie, right? So he was able to get that off without saying her name. Nicki the Barbie. So he said, "Your Ken," meaning her husband Ken. Can't pick up his own kid because the child molester shit. Like that ain't dope to niggas that he was able to reference the Barbie without saying her name and take a shot with it.
It's cool. That's what I'm saying. It's cool. It's not iconic. It's cool. It's not. It's not like it's cool. like you don't think Jay-Z's clever enough? Like it's not that crazy of a. Like to me, it's just cool. It's not.
I ain't gonna lie. That is way better than that slap together bar that Johnny was trying to present.
Hey, but I'm saying, but if y'all gonna pick on that, it's not that much better. It ain't that much better.
It's actually like
now, we can't
better.
Even.
Like I mean, but it's still mid though. But act like
don't let him bait you, Johnny. He trying to bait you, Johnny. Don't let him do it to you, Johnny.
Mid at all.
Yo, what do everybody say Jay don't do in the studio?
Oh, to my right.
Okay, so let's say that was a genuine freestyle on that stage. That don't boost it up a little bit.
Nigga, no, he had that written just because you don't write it, don't mean you don't script it. That was not just off the top of the dome, like as if he didn't think about what he was gonna say.
But that's not literally everybody experience. There is no pen and no paper with the dude. He's doing this in his head, and he's freestyling.
But they rehearse and they practice.
I think that was prepared. But
Black, there's a difference between just literally freestyling and not writing. There is a difference.
I'm just saying, hypothetically, if we find out he didn't write at all, and that was literally.
I know he didn't write. Black, he never writes. But there's a difference between freestyling, impromptu, and just
off the dome
speaking something that you prepared. He prepared for that moment.
Crackers like that.
It was intertwined with the set to where it ended with him going into one of his classics. Like that was a very much planned and rehearsed moment. They practiced that.
But I don't know if it was intertwined. It was literally open. Yeah, it ain't practiced.
But look at this. You don't know how you didn't peep how he ended the verse and then how it rolled into You don't know?
I mean, I think you
But
can have
I
your
think he
first
had to do
song
it twice
queued
because
up.
if you heard him during the freestyle, he actually said, "See, this is why we ain't rehearsed the freestyle." He actually like referenced it within the whole little thing. If you was
He talking
listening.
about he was talking about Questlove.
Yeah.
The thing he said something about Quest. I shouldn't fuck with him, and then he was like,
No, but not that.
He
He
introduced him
did
to
have a
Jaguar,
bar
right?
about Quest because he introduced him to some fuck nigga. But
Jaguar, right.
but he also stopped and kind of broke character in the middle and was like, y'all see why I ain't introduced why we ain't rehearsed the freestyle. And that's also to me at the end why he repeats the bar so that they know to go into it. Because he probably gave him like a signal, like a sign, like I say this.
Okay,
this is when we drop into it.
Even if that's fair, the way that was written was to go into his set. So I just say it wasn't an off the top freestyle. Jay-Z knew what he was gonna say, and he knew it was gonna lead into that intro song for the everything. So I'm just saying it's not an off the dome freestyle. We don't got to give him that much. Like
to
I
talk.
think that's a good. I think that's a good way to start a show. But we talking about like it's some crazy diss. It ain't that. It ain't.
Did y'all hear it on the beat? Did y'all hear that freestyle somebody put on the beat? Y'all mean put that in the chat?
Yeah. Throw that into the chat. We'll play it.
But that's the thing. It's like I'm not on Johnny's side there as it relates to like his flow. Like that's what he does. He has a crazy pocket pause. Like that's what Jay-Z do effortlessly.
That's a crazy pause.
Hey, I don't think you can say niggas got a crazy pocket, but if but if you a real whole fan, you know like that's what he does effortlessly. Like the flow is stupid. He can go in and out of different flows, rhythms, like cadences. He can do
Johnny
all of
hater.
that.
It's all right, bro.
No, hold on, time out. I'm not hating. I just said it wasn't my favorite Jay-Z version. I would have rather him did a real.
You just said you wanted it to be melodic and shit.
I said I needed something else because I didn't. It was okay to me. But
you said that it wasn't on beat, and he was just.
I did not say it wasn't on beat. I didn't say that.
No, you referenced to like.
I said I would have rather heard it on a beat. I'd have rather heard her actual
because
song.
It was what?
Because it was just okay. It was just
you talked about like it not being structured. I forget exactly how you put it, but that's why
I just didn't like. It's not my favorite Jay-Z freak. Jay-Z is really good, and if you compare it to other Jay-Z stuff, I think you can tell his age. You can tell he's falling off. You can tell he's getting up there in age. That's what I said. But like, it's not terrible. But we acting like he ended him like it was like his takeover or something with Ethan.
And then I don't even want to. I can't even say he's falling off because once you pass the freestyle, he going into his classics. Like he's rapping them fast flows with no stutters. Like I don't know if people watch the full show, but it ain't no fall off from the dude. Like he was still rapping his shit, no lip sync, and he doing the fast flow Jay-Z's, the old Jazzo shit, like blah 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 blah. Like he's going in.
It's all right. Johnny just hating. Johnny don't like Jay-Z though, so it's all right.
Y'all trying to make me a hater. I just said it wasn't my favorite Jay-Z song. Damn.
All right. This is going to be. Let me see if I can. Well, here you go.
And I'm truly on the brink. Y'all better not encourage him. Y'all don't want me to think these thoughts that I think. And that nigga still stuttering. A chatty patty down on his luck again. Questlove introduced me to Jaguar. I don't know why I still fuck with him. You was wondering why I ain't do the freestyle rehearsal. That lady back on the stuff. You sound like she in love with him. You can't even pick their kids up. That's enough of them. A rapper can't be my op. I got MAGA Republicans. Shots came from the very top of the government. Good luck with them. I'm governed by God. You tried to break the covenant. I prayed for 40 days. My neck get flooded again.
Like that's the other part I gotta say. Like
I mean, it's okay.
I don't like this narrative of him being like this, like target of the government. Like I don't know what he's talking about. I honestly like this idea. Like he's just so targeted, and people. It's like nigga, you are tapped in to the most tapped in. Like you in the rooms of the rooms.
That was a part of the Nicki Minaj bar, right? Like her,
he
going out of her way, like intentionally dissing him. And then tapping in with Trump and like her becoming MAGA, and that whole piece to it.
Yeah, that's
but he's saying I got real MAGAs and all this other. Like I said,
he's saying that like he got bigger ops. Like you just said, he's in the room with these people that we claim he's tap dancing for, but he knows like who for and against him. Like he's saying like I got higher level ops in this billionaire class. MAGA Republican still goes with Nicki and shit, but he's saying like I got bigger ops. Like we all think everybody like, oh, Jay-Z is sellout and shit, but to be in the room, to be at the table sometimes, you gotta be a chameleon, and nobody knows more than the people that's in the room what they up against. And that's what I got from it. He's like I'm on a higher scale with bigger enemies.
And that's what I'm saying. I don't agree. Like I don't think he has bigger enemies. This nigga does very well.
You think all white people, all white Republicans want Jay-Z to win? They all want him to run the NFL and all of that.
No, Jay-Z's doing well with the NFL. Like I'm not gonna cry for Jay-Z because he doesn't own an NFL franchise.
Yeah,
like,
oh shit, damn. I guess like that even gives like
he got a Rock Nation deal with him though, don't he?
Yeah, but I think that gives like a bigger reference to it because if y'all remember, during the Super Bowl, the MAGA Republicans literally did their own Super Bowl because they were criticizing him and how he's chosen the past like 3 Super Bowl whatever's performance.
Yeah, and that's
I didn't
not
really think about it, but there has been the contention of this drug dealer, crack dealer, whatever. And him putting forth Hispanics, gay people, and black people year after year after year.
He's not a savior. I'm sorry.
I don't think he's a savior.
He's not doing like he's not, like I said. He's doing business with the NFL and he's making very business decisions as to who they putting on those halftime shows. So like
I don't know that goes on over well for it doesn't go over well for MAGA at all. Again, they put together their own halftime show that kind of crashed and burned. But I also would say that there
ain't no enemies. That's just there ain't no enemies. That's all I'm saying. Like he don't got no enemies,
only referenced
bro.
MAGA, so I don't know. Like he's just saying MAGA Republicans. They got
like he just like the system trying to take him down. Like no nigga. Like
I think he was talking about MAGA more so in like reference
within the scheme. But again, like if you have Trump and all his minions that don't fuck with you, I mean that is big.
It was a whole MAGA chick on Fox News that was rehashing his drug dealer history and trying to discredit his moves based on his past and stuff. So I mean, there's a lot of things he could be referencing in regards to that. But I think the overall thing was I got bigger fish to fry right now.
We had to do the math on the entendres for you. It's all right.
I like Jay-Z business better than I like their freestyle though. I like
like I said, the entendres don't. My point still stands. He ain't no enemy. He don't got no enemies. Like he ain't fighting nobody.
I think his business accliments are way better than that last freestyle. That's all I'm saying.
You got to be fighting like physically, or
nah, he ain't fighting no kind of way. No friction. Pause.
That's interesting. I don't believe that to be true, but that's
maybe he does it so well we just don't be seeing it. I don't know.
But I would imagine like just on its face, being that him and B have associated themselves so heavily with the Democratic Party that the other side of the aisle would just simply be an adversary, in which it has seemed so inside like pretty much everything that you can kind of walk down. Again, I'm not a Jay-Z as a savior guy. I'm not even necessarily the biggest Jay-Z fan, but I don't know. He has did a few things. Shout out Steve. I think he said he sold out with the NFL move. I didn't necessarily think so. I thought that his actionable items thing was something that people got mad at, but was like really, really true.
He's trying to own a team, man.
Hey, and that would be fire too. But speaking of actionable items, but not to go too far, we're talking NFL. We're talking New York. There were some other things that came down the pipeline from New York, from prominent members of the New York community, not named Jay-Z. I'll push play on this and we'll talk about it.
What's up? Look, big nation, it's a pleasure to be here. I gotta start this off with a Go Big Blue. I love it if y'all follow with me. Go Big Blue. Go Big Blue. Go Big Blue. Go Big Blue. What an honor, what a privilege it is to be here. And without further ado, I'm grateful, I'm honored, I'm pleasured to introduce the 45th and 47th President of the United States of America, President Donald J. Trump. And I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free. And I won't forget.
Gonna look like the Grim Reaper, boy.
He's going to be a future Hall of Famer in my book. Thank you.
Oh,
Right. A lot of talent.
A lot of
What's
talent.
up, what's up, what's up?
Oh, it's
that was
belt
fire.
on the game. Hold on,
love
I played this
country.
last.
I have extended family members who have fought in wars. I have two uncles who have retired from the Air Force Academy and served themselves. And I even have a great grandfather who served as Secretary of Treasury at some point. So the president position has always been a position that I've well respected, regardless of political affiliation, regardless of political party, and my intentions were just that. I also understand in this world, politics can be a sensitive matter, a sensitive topic. I also understand that I am the quarterback of the New York Giants, and that involves a lot of responsibility. It's under a limelight, under a microscope, and there's a lot that comes with that, and it's been something that I've embraced. I've always.
Okay. All right. Fellas, I'll toss to y'all. What are your thoughts? Should there be an issue with him introducing the president of the United States? 55th, 45th, 47th. Johnny.
oh, I mean, I think people kind of made a big deal about this. I mean, he went to school in Mississippi.
Ole Miss.
Ole Miss. He a white boy. He probably got paid, and like, I mean, he just introduced the president. Like, I don't understand. Like, I don't necessarily see the big deal. I think like his teammates got a right to, if they don't agree with it, they can talk about it. But from my understanding, it's already been hashed out, and like, there's even an understanding from the locker room that like, and they're gonna be good moving forward. So I think like the public has made it a big deal, but I think inside the locker room, it's they cool, at least from what I've seen.
Speaking of inside that locker room,
blue-eyed white kid in a black Muslim religion
It's new funny.
and showing the world that we can come together. We can happen. We don't have to see everything. Everything doesn't have to be viewed in this perfect little snow globe. Everything doesn't have to be perfect. But we have to support each other. We have to promote love, because love is a stronger feeling than hate, and eliminate these unwanted opinions. Everybody has something to say, but how many people are willing to act? So first off, I want to say that some things are bigger than football. This is one of those things. Jackson is one of our leaders. He's the face of our franchise. He not only represents himself and what he does, but he represents all of us. And that goes for anybody who wears a Giants uniform. But if he chooses to align himself with a man like President Trump, it's my responsibility, based on what I believe and what I stand on, to not only show my teammates that I'm against that, but to show the world. That doesn't mean that we have to spread hate. It doesn't mean that me and Jackson hate each other or we have beef. I sit next to Jackson every day. Every team meeting, we close, we talk. And because as long as we make sure we got the same goal as a team, our goals align, which they do, and I feel like that's all that matters. So I understand that there's probably going to be questions that involve off the field topics. And for that, I have a statement, and I hope I can answer as many of those questions that y'all may have. I asked that we can talk about football after that, and I hope that we can understand and respect that from each other. Obviously, this was a unique opportunity. It's being asked and given the opportunity to introduce the president of the United States. My thinking was pretty simple, in the fact of I've always loved this country.
all right. So, G, talk to us.
Like, this is the thing, man. The NFL is a
Johnny will do that.
No, I won't.
Yeah, you can do it.
The NFL
You know,
has
that's
a
him too. That's a guy. He wants you to
I'm
scream
not
his
doing
name.
it for it.
Pause. All right. All right, my bad, G.
the NFL as a brand has a way of like controlling players and really like putting the team and the shield first and all this type of shit.
Mhm.
And like you can see it on so many different angles, whether it be like, for example, the Kaepernick stuff that led him ultimately getting out the league, and that whole kneeling thing that became a big deal, or even small stuff like the Giants when they were in the Super Bowl, them niggas went to Miami on a yacht, and why that was headline news because OBJ was on a yacht with the rest of the receivers and stuff. It's like the NFL, especially in a big market like the Giants, like in New York City, the Giants, you are going to get scrutinized just for living your life regularly. Like that's just what comes with being a New York Giant quarterback. Same thing goes like you quarterback for the Dallas Cowboys, you quarterback for the New England Patriots. Like you one of these quarterbacks for a major market franchise, you're gonna have the flash or the magnifying glass on you. And I just think that very tone deaf for Dart to go out there and do that, knowing that it's ultimately just gonna cause a distraction for the team. It's that whether it's a beef or not, it's a distraction. So and in the NFL, distraction is why Tim Tebow, Cam Newton, some of these other quarterbacks don't even get backup looks, not because they're not good enough, because you bring in too much of a distraction, and we don't want those distractions. So when you are a quarterback in the NFL and you are making those sort of things where it comes to like distractions to the team, I think most quarterbacks would be in trouble for that. So I just think it's interesting how this sort of distraction, I'm gonna be watching how this distraction plays out over time. But ultimately, I think that's what his biggest misstep was just not realizing that no matter what you do as a Giants quarterback, it's going to be headline news. So best thing you can do is lay low and keep it cool. Y'all hear feedback on my mic, Pause?
I think
A Black.
yeah, when I muted it stopped. But
But see, I guess it's a distraction, but it's also the off season, and I think, and I honestly think stuff like this is actually good for a team, especially early on. Because you think the last time the Panthers went to the Super Bowl, early in that season, it was Cam Newton and Josh Norman duking it out, and then so a lot of times I think for football teams it can be more of a positive than necessarily a distraction because it's a big team and you get it's football teams are like 50 players, so it's way more of a just an individual thing when it comes to a football team. I think it's hard for like an individual beef to derail something that's that big.
I think Jackson Dart jersey about to go platinum in these MAGA streets. Rural United States, they about to love them.
Hey, speaking of,
I would go ahead.
I'll let you finish, but jerseys. I want to say something about jerseys after that. Though.
Yeah, can I go?
Yeah,
I feel like as a quarterback, for any team, but especially for a New York team, one of the biggest markets, you should always be thinking like, what I do off the field, is this going to cause a distraction to my team? And I feel like, especially in the political scape, like it's different with players fighting and training camp and whatever that happens, but in this like real volatile political climate, I just feel like if I'm a quarterback, even if my family's MAGA and all that stuff that he said to justify, I want to stay away from this as a leader. I might stand with Trump, but I got teammates that might not, and just to not cause a rift in the locker room because they're going to portray unity like all teams do are supposed to do. Like, oh, we all good over here. But the fact that you got Jameis Winston spotting a bunch of sound like IG quotes up there, and You
Got this
know, you got
blonde haired white man.
you got the Muslim guy who basically came out, you know. So you put in those dynamics. You have this Muslim, this MAGA white guy. It's just like, as a team that ain't won in a while, and I'm a GM, I'm like, I don't want none of this. Like, and I don't know why anybody thought that was a good idea. And then you got the fan bases. Yeah, you're going to get that niche fan base of MAGA that supports Dart like they do. But you're also going to lose a lot of other fans. Like, and New York is the most liberal city in the country. Uh, you know, you got a Muslim mayor, so you already know what they stand for in that city. So I just felt like it was not a smart idea, but at the same time, he is going to benefit from his white privilege from being a white quarterback, and you know they're going to sweep this under the rug. But if this was a black quarterback at a damn Malcolm X rally or Black Panther shit or chilling with Farrakhan or Kanye, even like it's going to go left for him. So now it's just a matter of, can his talent outweigh the noise? Because now he got to perform. Just like anything else, no matter what you do, if you perform and you win, nobody won't care. But if he
And not to
don't
mention
win,
he be leaning in a black culture too.
and that was my next point, was when he gave his explanation, that was as white as I ever saw him talk. Like,
Yep.
he was doing all the mannerisms and all the cool white kid shit then. So, you know, that was something, the first thing I picked up on was like, well, where's the cool Jackson Dart and all his little, you know, I'm hip mannerisms? Like, now it's
He
like,
ain't
I'm
rocked the chain for
a,
that press conference.
But see,
yeah.
here's my thing. Here's my thing with it. If it was reverse and it was a black guy, and say maybe it was Obama or one of our political leaders, would it be wrong for the black quarterback to go to a political leader? But would it be wrong for a black quarterback to go to a political rally for a Democrat?
I mean, it just depends on the political climate. Like, there's always been this thing of being invited to the White House and stuff, and we've seen teams decline in the Trump years.
Third
Like, we don't
down,
want
it
to go
is
to the White
start.
House because we don't want to be associated with that. You didn't see nobody decline going to meet Obama, white or black. Like, so it's just
But
like,
I'm saying, but I'm
it
saying,
depends.
but I'm saying, like, but if it was reversed, we wouldn't want them telling us what we could do and who we support.
If
And
it
I
was
don't think.
reversed, I would be saying the same thing to a nigga. Like, bro, you
Yeah,
got a family to feed, you got a team to lead. Why is you out here marching and cussing out white people, and you got five O linemen that's white or a white owner and shit like that? Like, a job is a job at the end of the day. Like, these niggas is not political
That's fair.
activists. They have high paying jobs, and we all go to jobs where shit and people we don't agree with. And so that's how I look at it. It's like, damn, like, the quarterback did some fuck shit, but I gotta go to work. Day I gotta be professional, and that's the difference between being a professional. Like, when you're professional, you show up every Sunday, you show up to training camp, and hopefully we have a conversation with this dude. And but it ain't the first time niggas done played with a racist. You know, Brett Favre was
but
we super mad
even if he
at.
even if he not a racist though, like like Tom Brady, for example, everybody know who Tom Brady supported, but it wasn't a hot topic week over week. It wasn't made to be a distraction, even though everybody knows. Like, at the end of the day, everybody knows who most of the owners support. Everybody knows who Tom Brady support, but it doesn't become a distraction. They don't make it a distraction.
Yeah, and
When
they
you do
loud.
stuff like this as a New York market, like you said, mad liberal, it's big blue, it's the Giants. You are the quarterback. When you do something like this is why I say it's kind of like a dog whistle, low key, because to do something like this in today's climate where niggas' approval rating is at an all-time low, to me is a somewhat of a dog whistle to say, like, I'm rocking with a certain type of MAGA, if you will.
Yeah.
That's my opinion.
Yeah, anybody that's paying attention, like, even if you support the man, like, let me lay low with my support. Tom, white owners, may probably even Rodney Goodell. Your political views is like your sexuality. Like, we don't gotta know that shit all the time. Like, and you can still be and vote for who you want. It's when you start getting loud in public with stuff that you gotta answer to stuff. Like Trump won because a lot of people voted for him that we'll never know, and they not loud about it. But somebody out there voting for these people, you know. But some people want to get in front of it, and you got to deal with the consequences. When you get in front of it, now you're aligning with all the shit, that bad shit that he does too. Now we thinking, oh, well, does the Jackson Dart support Israel? Do he support genocide? Do he not like black people? Like, you got to ask all these questions now that we ain't even had to talk
And
about.
and you got niggas at the protest doing the team cheer, like you their own official business or something. Talking about go big blue, like nigga, don't bring up the organization. Like
Exactly.
we
Do
not
your
paying your
thing.
dumb ass to go here. Like don't be bringing up go big blue. Like that's what like. So he really just misstepped all the way. Like he could, if he was gonna go, he shouldn't have said big blue and all this other shit. He just should have went out there and did his little introduction. But he want to talk about go big blue. It's like nah, not the right place.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. You can't. You know what they call that, business and pleasure. Yeah, you gotta keep you can't be repping the job out there. But
Whoever his agent or publicist, they might need to get fired. Like,
and I looked at it. It said he ain't even get paid for it. He
oh,
just
he
did it off
was
the
proud
strength.
to do the shit. I mean, you know,
He
it's
did it
still
off the
it's
strength.
somewhat the honorable the president's office to do something with the president, but this guy at this time, like, bro, you could have been smarter. I don't know, but it's already done, and ain't shit gonna happen to the dude. All got, and if he don't win, they gonna kill him in New York. That's what New York do.
All right. So with that said, like I said, we're gonna go down to South Carolina, do some melting pot adjacent stuff. I'll push play on this, and we can talk about it.
A 14-year-old over 4 water bottles that he never actually even stole. Imagine shooting and killing a 14-year-old over 4 water bottles that he never actually even stole and pleading not guilty. Now, the video is a bit quickly, but for context, they tell him to take his backpack off. He takes his backpack off. They follow him around the store. He goes to the refrigerator with the waters. He grabs the waters and he puts all of them back. And yes, it was proven in court that he never actually stole anything from the store. But despite him never stealing anything and telling the lady, I don't have no waters, this man and his son still chased him for 130 yards with the gun before even knowing the kid had a gun. So they already had intention of shooting him. Now, this is the interesting part. The kid ran so fast, he lost both of his shoes and dropped both of his phones, but never dropped his gun. So the reason they get off, despite having no witnesses, he ever pointed a gun at them. They said this kid pointed a gun at them. They told him to stop, drop his weapon, and then the dad shot at him because he was afraid for his own son's life. But somehow the kid still gets shot in his back. And there were witnesses that almost ran the kid over multiple times, and they said they never seen a gun be pointed at the Chinese man and his son. But still, the judge ordered that enough probable cause to call it self-defense, and they get no charge for it. At the end of the day, you should have a witness to show if the kid ever did that or not, because how do you drop everything else, but you don't drop your gun and you still get shot in the back? And at the end of the day, this is over 4 water bottles. 4 water bottles. They chased the kid 130 yards over water. Nothing more than $2 and some change. But you let me know your thoughts. I'm gone. Another day in America.
Yeah, this one is super fucked up. I have to say, just
I actually know where that gas station at. It's right by it's right by the mall down there.
It's crazy. Like I always thought that if somebody's running away, you can't shoot them. Like I always thought so. Like if somebody's running out of your crib, the rule isn't you go chase them. Like they ran away, meaning you were no longer in danger. So it's like if you chase somebody, that means you're chasing the danger. That doesn't mean you're defending yourself at that point. It's like you're now the aggressor because you're chasing somebody who's running away. Like once somebody runs away, there's no harm. So I think it's just really unfortunate that they let this guy off with not guilty when he clearly chased him well out of the store and there was no danger. Like that's just crazy.
I was keeping up with this case. But I think the big issue here is the prosecutor sucks. Cause like I think it's a clear, and it was a black prosecutor, or like one of the attorneys when they did the closing argument was a black guy, and he admitted to even in his closing arguments to making mistakes in the case, and he was like, maybe I should have brought a cell phone attorney. And so I feel like if we look at it through just the functional lens, I think it was just a bad case by the prosecutors. I think they had almost like a layup, and I don't think they told the story the right way. The guy, he had a black attorney, and I think he was able to spin the story with enough doubt that the guy was able to get away. And, I think it's kind of fucked up because they say the kid didn't steal the water bottles; he actually placed them down, and they was making him search. And so it sounded like the reason he ran was because he had the gun and he ain't want to get in trouble for having a gun, not because he was stealing. And it's just an unfortunate event, but I think they need to retry the case. But yeah, the prosecutor fucked up. It's an easy open shut case,
So
should
let
be.
me make sure I'm understanding because I've seen people posting about it, but I ain't like watched the video or the story. Like, they thought he was stealing and he wasn't.
Well, they accused him of stealing, or that they were going to like search him, like,
He didn't
but then
steal anything.
he put the waters down, but the
So,
only
so let
thing
me.
he had on him was the
He
gun.
walks into the store. They say, "Take off your book bag." That's the
Put it
first
down.
thing. They make him
Put
take
it-
off his book bag and
But
sit
that's
it
the
near
store,
the
but
near
that's the
the
store
door.
policy.
So then, as he proceeds to go walk in the store, the lady literally is like out of a movie. It's like Man Society. Like she's literally following him. You break you by, right? Like she's literally following him
Yeah, face.
and like watching his every move, thinking that he's about to steal. And at some point, while the lady, the Asian woman, is stalking him, do whatever, things become heated, if you will, and there's some back and forth, and then the father gets involved, and now they're trying to search him, and then he ends up running, but he never took anything, he never stole anything, and as he's leaving the gas station, they leave behind him chasing him with a weapon. Like that to me is crazy. Like
that's the word.
Yeah,
you leave
there's
your
literally
gas
nothing.
station with a weapon chasing a nigga and you don't get like that's
100 yards is wild too. That's the football
Yeah.
field. You know how much effort you got to put in to chase somebody? A football field.
Like, why are you even have a gun in your hand if you don't know he has a gun yet? Like,
Yeah, that's
at
some
this point,
shit.
yeah, at this point, all you and I heard they fucked the store up too, which I'm glad because you don't
Well, you knew
value.
that was-
So you are sitting here in a community, and this is what you value about these people in these community over some bottles of water to where you're willing to kill and take lives. And from what I've heard, this ain't his first incident.
Yeah, I did hear
Yeah,
that
I
too.
think
That he
it's been
shot
other
somebody.
videos popping up.
Well, they
I've
said he
seen people
shot at
post
people
about
before.
other
Where he's
videos,
all exactly. It's
but
crazy, man.
But
yeah,
and I don't
it's
think this.
literally nothing in that. It ain't nothing in that store worth dying for. Like shooting nobody
Nothing.
for. Literally,
But
he could
that
steal
area, it has
$200
been.
worth of snack. It still ain't worth dying for.
It's one thing if you getting robbed at gunpoint and like and then a nigga like do some shit and then he start running and you start chasing that. It's like, okay, I'm making more sense of why you might chase somebody, even though that doesn't make sense. Like, but no harm was done. He didn't go in there like try to stick the place up. He didn't rob the cash register. This is over some fucking waters. That's crazy.
Yeah, but like even in school, like that area had always been like well, like because the mall was right there by the mall, so they've always had like curfews and stuff. So it's always been like a problem area, and so I don't know if that's is what kind of led to the mindset to where he's in this area and he knows it's been because what store you go into, they tell you to put the book back down. They tell you that's just store policy. So it was already like one of those kind of problem gas stations where we probably shouldn't have been patronizing it to begin with. If we got these kind of policies and we getting followed around the store, we should stay away from places like that. But that's another story. But I've been I might have been to that gas station before. It's
I think they ransacked it.
yeah, they threw empty water bottles all over.
I think they tore it up.
They
Yeah,
should.
this dynamic though of Asian store owners and Black Death, could be a whole documentary, like, because it's been happening for so many years and so many different iterations. Like, they love to make money off our communities, but they hate us, bro. Like,
I
they,
honestly
they
don't
hate
shop
us.
it.
Everybody, the Chinese, the Arabs, like everybody who owns in our communities, they hate us because they feel like we in a better position and should be doing what they're doing and better than we not. And they have different interactions with people that form what they think about everybody because they're only getting a certain type of people that's really coming to these places, and they develop a pure hatred for us. And this shit been killing little girls, killing like they've been doing this shit. Ain't nothing in no corner store dying. So. Like,
I
unless you
don't
got
shop
bricks
it.
or something in there.
I don't go to the corner store, especially like if I know they Asian owned. And I've had this policy for like a long time. And there's sometimes you know, if it's in, if it's, you know, if I have to, I will. But I make it an effort to go. Like I'll go to 7-Eleven versus the little Asian, you know, hood store, even if it's a little cheaper, because like at least I know, you know, I'm not.
I haven't had a need to go inside the gas station outside of like traveling on the road since I stopped smoking blunts. There's really nothing to get out of there. Like
But beer
I got
do it to you.
Yeah, beer and
beer.
I get the QT
I prefer to go to
coffee, I
the
ain't gonna
grocery
lie.
store for the brewskis.
I'm gonna grab the QT coffee.
That's a little too inconvenient though. The grocery store every time we need
QT coffee, Q.
Yeah, they got listen. Them niggas got the little shit where you can try out all.
They got a coffee bar.
Yeah, it's a coffee bar. Them niggas done brought the coffee bar out. They got the hot bar and the cold bar. I ain't gonna lie. Listen, I go in there and I know I'm getting the medium, but I pretend like I'm trying out some of the hot shit first. I go to the cold ones. And then I leave out high on caffeine.
I think I'm like, gee, I ain't been in the gas station in a minute. Like when I think about it, only if I can't pay outside and I gotta walk in there, I be mad as hell. I gotta walk in there.
Gotta use the restroom on the road.
I'm out of there.
No, I'm a big snack. I'm gonna get a bag of chips, a little soda. Especially if I'm on the road, I'm always gonna go in and get a little snack.
Yeah, the road is the exception. The road is the exception.
Yeah, gas station should be too expensive, but I do find myself having to, just because I'm in a weird spot here in Charlotte where only snack spots that I can kind of go to near Camp North End is that Family Dollar, and that Family Dollar is the worst. I ain't gonna lie.
Family Dollar snacks.
I thought that shit was closed.
They open and close as freely as they want to.
I've never been there. This
midday on Wednesday.
It's never open, bro.
And listen, it be zombies out there, and it's always people asking for it.
Yeah, Family Dollar feel like the slow saxophone shit. Like,
right.
Every Family Dollar,
that shit was closed.
in and I gotta get out.
Yeah, and I'll still even patronize them just off the strength. But when I can't do that, and then I had a tire that was leaking air, so I was hitting that QT for the free air every day. So I go in there and just have to go get a little.
And then the niggas broke that around my way. They broke the free air.
Oh yeah,
niggas be out there about to fight for the free air and shit.
At the right time, we get aggressive for the free air. I ain't gonna lie.
I quit going, bro. Motherfucker, bro. I cut somebody off.
Take care of it. They won't put the hose back and shit.
Motherfucker got out the car and shit. I'm like, shit. It's
you gotta respect niggas' necks. You know how it is when you playing ball, Johnny.
Hey man, you gotta be quicker than that, man. Look, I got shit to do.
Okay. All right, so nonetheless, that didn't hold us for too long. Shout out to Kofi for just trolling for no reason. But saying that to say, we are going to start segueing our way into the main topic. Again, right now, New York Knicks are up 80-77.
Hey, the Wemby,
10 minutes
still up
left in the
Wemby's
fourth
having a bad
quarter.
game.
But
I thought he got hurt.
Saying that to say, y'all see the guy.
Let's go Knicks! Let's go Knicks! Let's go Knicks! Let's go Knicks! Let's go Knicks!
He's so much cooler than Cash Patel when he was doing it.
Here is our mayor's order, repealing kids' bedtimes for the next final run. Are we ready?
Hey, that's fine.
His PR team is top notch. I'll say that.
Like that's
They got the little kids with the Knicks jerseys around. And kids probably don't even like the Knicks, but they got everything set up right for the shot and everything.
Everybody got
All
like
right,
the Knicks.
So saying all that to say before we get into it,
It's social media.
Where
team
y'all
is
at?
top notch.
We are talking Knicks, Spurs. It's the finals. Go ahead and give your predictions. Who we rolling with? Are we saying Wemby gonna get his first? Are we saying the Knicks are gonna bring it back since the first time since that dude with one leg had won it or some shit like that in the 70s? But yeah, what is y'all takes, fellas?
I want New York to win just so I can watch them celebrate.
Okay.
Like I if I could just say I think it's a good time and New York is good, man. So I'm going for Knicks just off the vibes. Now Wemby's a great player. Don't get me wrong. He's very dominant and he can change things. But my what I would want is for New York to win. I say give me Knicks in 5.
I wouldn't take Knicks in 5, but I think like I said before the series, because of the rest and everything, I'm thinking that the rest is going to be more beneficial to the Knicks versus the Spurs kind of coming in off the high of playing OKC. So I think Knicks in 6, but I also think the league is just going to make sure that like they get the most out of this, if you will. I think ideally for the NBA, the Knicks win. That's going to carry them for at least 3 more years just off New York media alone. Like you never going to let that down in New York. And then you still got Wemby stepping into his own to dominate the Western Conference. So the rivalry in the West is the real moneymaker. That OKC Spurs, like you said, T Wolves being another third option in there. Like the West is going to be crazy over, and you got the Lakers with Luka. Like the West is going to be premier prime time, just like the gauntlet for the next couple of years.
You want to towards that? Just not the sidebar, but the sidebar really quickly. You was throwing out like a hot take earlier. You said Luka is what?
Luka's a Hall of Famer today.
Like if he ended his career
right now,
what
he don't take another dribble.
What would it be that he had done that would make him a Hall of Fame?
Man, let me just look up his resume just to tell you, because he's already over. He's already got more than 5 first-team All NBAs already.
Okay, so he just got the first team all 5 first team All NBAs get you
scoring titles, All NBAs,
how many
finals run. He's been to the finals. He's had deep playoff runs.
He went to the finals.
Yeah, nigga, they was just in the finals 2 years ago against Boston.
Okay. Oh yeah. Okay. But then
before that, Western. So he's got deep playoff runs, All NBAs, scoring titles, career averages of points, rebounds, assists. His numbers speak for themselves, and I guarantee you, if he didn't play another game, he'd be going to the Hall of Fame, hands down.
I don't know. So it sounded like you said he was the best player on this team. He scored a bunch of points, didn't win that.
Nigga, a lot of niggas in the Hall of Fame are in the Hall of Fame doing just that, like Mitch Richmond.
How long did they do it for, though?
Let me tell you, 6-time.
Carmelo got an MVP, my dog.
6-time first team All NBA, 2-time scoring champion.
That like in the Hall of Fame.
That's enough to get you in the Hall of Fame. I guarantee you.
They say he got a 41 to 47% chance of making it as of today.
He's a lock.
41. Yeah, he ain't over 50.
He is a lock. I guarantee you.
Now they say the perception is almost a lock, but they say in all actuality it's about 41 to 47%.
Yeah, if he keep it going, if he keep it going.
He don't gotta do nothing else. It is locked.
That nigga ain't won nothing.
First team All NBA.
If he never played another game, it'd be tough.
Nah, he got. Do you know how many players?
Everything's on.
How many players? How many players got 6
get
first
2 more
team
years?
All
I feel you, G. If he get 2 more years like this,
I can ask GPT and find out.
Yeah, let me see how many.
Somebody
first team All NBA selections. Like, I don't think you understand, bro. That's over a half a decade of dominance of being a top 5 player. if you dominate for over like that period of time at that level, I think you a lot. Grant Hill made it, right?
I think he need at least 2 more years of like the same level of performance he
Yeah,
had,
or win something.
or a
Shay's a lot.
championship.
Shay's a lot. He's not a lot. And they ain't even won a. He hasn't even won a MVP yet.
Bro, it's only
if he get an MVP or a championship, it's a lot.
Yeah. If you give him one of those two,
and I think he will get
some
one
other names who got 6 selections.
you said
Joker,
who was?
Joker, KD, Harden, Akeem Olajuwon, just to
Mhm.
name a few, got 6 selections. So
Any other people?
You
just said just to name a few.
George Mikan, and then some other guy named Dolph. I don't know. But there are some people who got more with 7, 8. You know, LeBron got 13. But what I'm saying is the fact that he's got 6 all first team all NBA selections. When you look at those players that got 6 first team all NBAs, they're all Hall of Famers.
Mm-hmm.
They were all champions, also though.
This is true.
Not James Harden.
Okay, outside of him,
but he got an MVP.
He do.
He got an MVP.
He do.
So I think he need one of those to go there.
Yeah,
But
that's all we were
You
saying.
don't need an MVP to go to Hall of Fame.
You need a ring,
shout out
though.
to Steve. 2 more in this.
You don't need a ring to go to Hall of Fame.
Yeah, you need one of the 2 usually.
Y'all are tripping, yo. There's some bad niggas in the Hall of Fame without rings and MVPs. Y'all are tripping.
You're probably right, but
We
they
talking
were
about
dominant
Luka.
for a longer stretch. It wasn't just six all NBAs did it. Nah.
Yeah, them niggas didn't load manage.
Yeah, nah.
I guarantee you.
He'll fire occasion though. You know what I mean? But if we talking West to bring it back, I'm taking Ant. I think it's Shea World, and I think it's Wemby. That's who run the West from here on out. Shout out to my guy Ja, but go ahead and join forces. Retire Bron, Luka, pray for help. Devin Booker, get well soon. Who else is it? Am I missing somebody?
How dare you do stuff like this, man? The West still belongs to Steph, man.
It would if they would decide to trade Draymond Green and get him the fuck out of there so that people will actually want to go to Golden State, then maybe
they don't got the role players either.
I think that if it's healthy, Steph, Jimmy, you just need another scorer. I think the role players they have is straight. I don't know why they're against having a big and what's all right. My bad. Here's my 2 things.
They got Giannis.
I think the Golden State Warriors need to get rid of Steve Kerr and Draymond Green. We get rid of both of them, and they both hate each other. Ship them the same place. Deal. Yeah, package deal. I hate both of them.
Steve Kerr retiring after this. It's this in retirement. He ain't going nowhere.
Hate these things.
But Steve Kerr's under that curse to where like it's sometimes like when you've won so much, it's hard to break the shit up because it'd be like, damn, it's like breaking the game up. Sometimes people delay
they
it.
got rid of Clay. I'd rather them get rid of Draymond instead of Clay.
Yeah,
they really should have never re-signed neither one of them. But
I'm gonna keep Clay because eventually you could just only put him in the corner as a spot up shooter in 3 and D. Draymond at his career,
but Draymond give you defense and he can make
the reason why they couldn't keep Clay is because Clay couldn't guard the best player no more. Like
he don't
that.
need to. He could guard the second or third best player and be okay.
But that was what made them elite. Was when Clay was an elite defender in the backcourt.
What made him
with Steph.
elite is when he could score 60 points off 8 dribbles
while locking down.
You could also not lock down and score 60 points on 8 dribbles.
But he can't do that no more either.
I get that, but that's where you transition him into a marksman, like a JJ Redick, like
Ray Allen,
a Kyle Korver, Ray Allen in his Heat days. Like it's still a bunch of value in being a guy that can just run the floor, come off down screens, and shoot threes.
Kyle Korver.
I don't disagree that he's a valuable player, but given the championship level of the Warriors, he's not at the level for them to be championship players.
You wouldn't. He can be a role player for him. He wouldn't be a main guy no more. That's why you would bring it. Like that's why
you have to pay him like one. You got to pay him like one. That was the issue. He didn't.
I'd have been cool with whatever Dallas gave him, whatever.
Ain't nobody
you
else gonna
still,
play Draymond, man. Like they should have.
Draymond.
Little
That's the
boy,
part that
him.
fucked
Like,
them.
nigga, you want to stay or
I think
not?
Draymond get like
Come off,
25 a year too.
come off the
Player
bench.
Too
option.
much. Too much.
Like, any niggas that can score, man. He can come in off the bench, do the defense joints, but
Yeah.
he's done what he's done for so long. Enough players can come in and do what Draymond does. Niggas
Draymond
act
should
like,
fall back like Haslam
nope.
with the Heat.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
nobody can do it, but Draymond, like, nigga, all right, facilitate for Steph, back, let the nigga run off
There's
ball, we get
mad
it.
niggas that could do that.
Exactly. Like, we've seen you do it. Trade this nigga, he's volatile. He be fucking up the energy sometimes. This whole, he the heartbeat of the team, man. Nah, I didn't watch this dude just mess up
Ruin.
the whole vibe of the whole game. Him,
Team got heart failure.
Steve
Then
gotta go. Steve, Steve ain't developing no new players. Betting
Well,
on
I think Steve is
Steph
a horrible
greatness.
coach. I think he just got blessed with the right team at the right time. That's my opinion.
Horrible is strong.
yeah, that's horrible. Is a wild take.
I
You might not be the best.
I don't know if it's wild. I think that if you watch them play, a lot of times they win in spite of Steve. Curry, just his greatness be that Curry would go on a 12 straight run and then he'll sub him out. I'd be like, what the fuck is going on? Like, how does this even make sense?
It don't
Like,
ever.
like Steve Kerr will do some of the wildest things that I just don't understand. All while letting Draymond bitch him.
I don't disagree, but horrible is a strong like they won a
did
lot
give
of
him the freedom.
games and they did get that ring without before and after KD.
Yeah.
So I give some credit to the coaching because at the end of the day, Draymond Green is kind of ass, and Steve Kerr is winning them rings with Draymond Green. Like there is, I gotta give some credit to coach.
I'll give
some
Popovich
coaches is
the
gas.
credit. All he
Some
did was
coaches
take
is
Popovich.
gas. Some coaches gas. They blessed with generational talent, so you'll never really know the level of their coaching ability because they just had these anomaly X factors. You got Michael Jordan, Phil Jackson,
Yeah,
then you had Kobe.
Was Phil Jackson the horrible coach?
I won't say he's horrible, but who did he win with when he didn't have superstars? Like, do you go to other programs and make them great, or do you have Michael Jordan or Kobe Bryant or Steph Curry and shit? Like
I agree with
you
this
said,
thing,
Steph does shit that you can't.
But a nigga
coach.
like Pop never went anywhere else.
You said nigga what?
Like Pop always had Hall of Fame players too.
That's why Pop is
What great coach doesn't have Hall of Fame players though? Like help me understand.
All right. So hold on, my bad. Let's rewind it though. What Pop did is way different than what Steve Kerr and especially Phil Jackson did. So Pop, we can say that he had a real legit Hall of Fame player. Manu and Tony Parker are Hall of Famers because they played with Tim Duncan and were coached by Popovich.
David Robinson too in the beginning. David
Robinson came off injury and was never himself.
But David Robinson and Tim Duncan got that first couple rings together.
For sure. So the first one David Robinson was starting, but after that he was a bench 16 minute a game guy. That's the point that I'm saying. Like the guys that he won it with for like let's say 4 out of the 5 was legit role players and Tim Duncan. Niggas was doing it with Sean Elliott. Niggas was doing it like with wild Steven Jackson. Like it was wild role players that he was doing it with. Where Kawhi, he wasn't Kawhi yet. He was just a guy that could play defense with big hands. Pause.
He was balling out in that series though.
So you saying Tony Parker and Ginobili are just like regular role players?
They're Hall of Famers because they played with the Spurs and Tim Duncan.
Sure.
I don't think you put them anywhere else. I don't think
you said about Scottie Pippen too.
I think that Scottie
didn't play with Jordan and Phil.
No. Jordan and Scottie Pippen is why Phil Jackson won. Pippen was the perennial like 3-and-D guy of the generation, long arms, he could do it. And then when Jordan retired for a little bit, again he still carried them as a team. He didn't carry him, but he did his job as the main player. Scottie was a guy. Like anybody would say he's top 10 in the league typically during that time, maybe top 15. He was a guy, and then you pair him with the best player ever. I mean, like you have two of the guys. again, Phil Jackson with Kobe and Shaq. It's not rocket science.
But what about
This one's
Kobe and
not rocket
Powell? What about Kobe and Powell?
And Lamar Odom,
It's a little bit different.
That's his best
He
coaching.
still got Kobe though.
Meta
Like,
world
that's
peace.
what-
Yeah,
But
but
it
wasn't
that's his best coaching job.
He
wasn't
played.
That's
He had some wild
dominant
cards on that
duo
team.
per se. Like Powell is nice and everything, but you could argue Powell is a Hall of Famer because he ended up playing with Kobe, not because he was an all-star player, but he wasn't
I
like
forget about that run, but that was his best work. I ain't gonna lie. That's
You
his best
put
work.
Powell in any era, he dominate. He ain't no Shaq.
dominate. What are you talking about?
not
He was
in the
solid.
90s.
He was
Not in the
good.
Powell,
90s.
any era, he'll dominate.
Nah, I don't know
So
about
I
dominate.
think that he's gonna do good. I don't know dominate.
He's an
but
all-star.
He'd
But
be a
he's-
role
yeah, he-
player in a lot of eras.
What?
Nah,
all right,
Pau Gasol's an
but,
all-star.
Yeah, he's not gonna be a role player in any era. I think that's just like how. Arvidas Sabonis came in and was an all-star at 35 inside the 90s. We got
Powell's an all-star. I'm not going
He's
to
gonna be
disrespect
an
Powell,
all-star
but
in
he's
every
not a
single
dominant 1-2 like Shaq, Kobe, MJ, Scotty. Like Powell's not necessarily a consensus top 10 player in the league.
Bloody.
Nah, definitely
But
not.
he'll be a top
Bloody.
5.
Yeah. As far
Top
as
5
centers
big,
go,
maybe.
Yeah,
Yeah.
every time. Yeah.
as far as
He
centers
just
goes,
did everything.
he's consistent. You know, as far as what you need, that's all I'm saying. Like he ain't no transformative player, but he cool. But I ain't picked my pick with Spurs in New York, and like I really I like both teams a lot, but like Wemby, man, this nigga special, man. He Michael Jackson. I feel like and
Iceman.
he got this. He got something about him. But I like Jalen Brunson too, because this Jalen Brunson just like a hooper. Nigga, just it don't matter who he playing in the world. He's just one of the niggas you can take any part and he just hoop on anybody.
Little short,
Like,
chubby.
just learn like
Bulldog.
what is he doing?
He
Just
a
hooping on
bulldog.
me. So I like them both. I think it's a
Pluck.
win-win for the league. Either way it goes, you got the New York market. You got the new potential face of the league with Wemby. So for the league, they can't lose for really. It's a win-win situation.
Nah, I'm getting my Wemby jersey this offseason. I'm telling you that right now. Gotta
if he
get
Even off
it.
the L.
Gotta
if he
get
wins this one,
off the L. Pause.
Nah, if he win the series, I'll get the jersey.
I'm
sure.
copping the jersey
And
regardless.
I ain't gonna lie,
Gotta do it.
Nah,
his number is
if,
number
if,
one.
if
That's
Knicks
the fly
win, I
number.
want a Brunson jersey. That shit
I
gonna
might
go
have to
crazy.
get that too, Johnny. I'm
If
not gonna lie
Brunson
to you.
if Knicks
I'm not
win,
gonna lie
if
to you, John. I
Brunson
might have to get a
go
Brunson.
crazy.
I might have to get a
Talking that talk.
Brunson too. I might have to. I might have to.
Brunson will go
I
crazy
think
in the
that's-
ring.
Them
That's
joints
why
gonna
the
sell
league-
out. They gonna be tough to get because them Knicks fans everywhere too, boy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
But
think that's
I'm not
why,
mad at that. A Brunson would be fire. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like that's what I'm saying, man. The 1 or the 11.
At
Yeah,
11.
that's why it's a win-win for the league, man. Because it's like you really like everybody in this series. I feel like it's kind of refreshing. You go get new champion. Although the Spurs have been to the championship a lot in the past. Somebody had that stat in the last 10 years or since the 2000s. The Spurs have been here a lot.
Yeah, that's just what they do.
Yeah, the Knicks. It's been a while, so I think either storyline gonna be good. If Wemby win it this young so soon, that's gonna be legendary for him. The Knicks win it. Jalen Brunson finally getting New York on. Mamdani in there, like it's gonna be a time for New York. You know, so it's a win-win for the league.
Oh yeah, New York could be a cool place to be right now. For them first couple home games, like that's gonna be one of the most electric places in the world.
So you got two teams people want to watch. Right? I think a lot of people wasn't really excited to see OKC. Like that's sour their viewing of people like their game style and how they play. All right, but people like both of these teams and how they play with New York and the Spurs. So
Yeah, I dig it. All right, so
And both got black coaches. Shout out to the black coaches.
We're 1.5.
Mike
do
Brown
we
out there.
count? Do we
It's
count the
1.5.
mulattoes?
Is he a mulatto or is he just a light bright?
He gotta be mulatto.
He be screaming like
He might just be one of them like Southern Virginia niggas, man.
Yeah,
you know what I'm
he-
saying?
He half
Steve, go
FBA.
ahead and do the math. Let us know what it
He
is,
half
man.
FBA.
Is he real FBA? Half FBA?
He might
Nigga,
be
maybe
one of them
he's South
Creole. He might be one of them
African
Creole niggas or something.
Hey, he might be like 47% FBA.
he got the expressions. He got the nigga expressions.
They be yelling on the sideline. Wow, that's me. Me and my
Wait,
girl
wait,
asked
wait, wait,
the
wait,
other
wait.
day. She was like, "That
And New York's head coach is who again?
Mike
Mike
Brown.
Brown.
And this is why we gotta stop it. Like with this whole LeBron ain't never been coached by a good coach before. Mike Brown done won coach of the year at a spot. He done took other teams to the
Nah,
championship.
you gotta stop
Like
that.
we
Mike Brown's
gotta
all right.
stop it.
Man, you
bro.
got you gotta relax
We got
because Mike Brown was
maybe
a
possibly the
rookie
best coach.
when LeBron had him.
And then you take Spo. Spo is possibly the best X and O coach in the past 20 years. All these guys were with Bron. We just gotta chill. That's all I'm saying. We can get into politics or something. I'm just saying we just gotta chill.
Gotta chill.
Mike Brown had the Warriors hooping when he was with the Warriors.
Right. Listen, that's all I'm saying.
That's when he got good.
But saying
After he
all
hung
that
out with
to
your boy
say,
Steve Kerr.
okay.
Pulling me out from Siena today, and it's up in the state of New York. And if you want to guess who has the highest favorability rating and approval rating out of every elected official in the state of New York, you would be correct if you would say that it's the newly elected New York City Mayor Zohran Mamdani. With a 68% approval rating, it was higher than any other official who was polled in the Siena poll. Now, you should have known, though, if you've been watching social media, that he must have been really popular because the right-wing folks out there who don't like him, they were posting pictures of big, huge snow drifts as well as garbage on the street. Well, folks, they said this is what happens when you elect a Democrat. Well, this is what happened. There was the biggest snowstorm that New York had seen in many, many years, and it was trash day, and there were bags put out there. The streets had already been plowed. They were just waiting on the trash trucks to get there because they had a hard time getting through before the plows did. So the folks in New York City.
We ain't gotta listen to that. Again, we do have
celebrate the annual Israel Day.
I never knew this was a
now,
thing.
we have watched as people have been marching along Fifth Avenue to celebrate Israeli culture and Israeli pride. We heard from many of the revelers who are gathered here today who told us it's important for them to be here to celebrate their culture, to celebrate their country, and also many of them thinking about the ongoing conflict in the Middle East, saying they want to see peace.
We're a people of love, we're a people of unity, and we're people that want to see everyone living happy together.
Now, there is one significant absence from this year's parade, and that is Mayor Zohran Mamdani, who said during the campaign that he would not be participating in the parade. Mamdani is a strong supporter of Palestinian rights, and he has said that he does not believe the state of Israel should exist in its current form. But despite his absence here today, he said he would guarantee a safe and secure parade and celebration. The NYPD has been out here in force. There is a significant police presence, not just along the route, but also the surrounding streets, including from the NYPD's counterterrorism unit, making sure that this celebration can go on without any disturbances. But to see a blue and white.
Okay, all right, and just to run down some things. Since taking office, New York Mayor Zohran Mamdani has focused heavily on affordable housing and government services. His key actions include child care and education, where he secured $1.2 billion in state funding for universal child care, including full day, full year. For 2-K seats and expanded 3-K capacity. Housing launched the block by block housing plan, expanding protections to keep rent stabilized tenants in their homes, and appointed a new majority to the Rent Guidelines Board. Workers in tenant relief, he recovered over $9 million in restitutions for workers and small businesses, while securing over $34 million in settlements for tenants. I think that they've pretty much said that he's balanced the New York budget. Some people are for that, some people aren't. He's made this really big push to what he calls the bread and butter issues, which are, to throw back to Jay-Z's words, the tangible items, in which I think within his first 100 days, he filled 100K potholes. he did it's a bunch of small things that he intentionally did that were to be things that can be felt by the people in the city, and not just these esoteric ideal things. Saying that to say, fellas, what is y'all thoughts? Zohran Mamdani, is he winning in New York? Is the Socialist Democrat winning? And is this something that can be seen, translated across America? I'll toss it out to y'all.
I can't lie to you. It's a 2-point game. Brunson hit a big 3.
Oh, I'm watching it too.
And Knicks are up 2. It got me distracted. I'm not even gonna lie to you, bro. I cannot lie to you.
I was gonna say, I think he winning just based on like I think he's lucky that the Knicks are doing good, because I think shit like this helps.
Oh, he getting reelected. Yo, they gonna be in a daze if the Knicks win, boy.
Like, I think you can't like even what he did with like the kids in the bedtime. Like I think.
But you had a 68% before the Knicks was winning, right? What does the Knicks have to do with this?
I just think it helps with the mood of the city. You know, I'm not from New York. I don't necessarily know. Like,
this is before they was winning. That's all I'm saying.
I mean, I get it, but they've had a good year. You know, they almost got there last year too. But I think New York is just in a. You know, I feel like it was so bad that like people, you know, any kind of improvement, people was gonna be, you know, kind of relieved to see it coming. So at least, you know, that's the sentiment I heard coming out of New York. So I feel like he's just taking advantage of where he's at.
I dig it. I think that we are all that's gonna play. Wemby, he dribbles off his foot. It's a 4-point game. Might as well dub this one.
Oh, I'm a little behind on my live feed, but yeah, I just saw him dribble it off.
Oh, my bad. I'm
yeah, God, dog, you done spoiled it, bro. Because we shooting free throws.
Oh, damn,
free throws.
Oh, maybe I'm ahead.
I'm looking at Brunson right now.
Watch what happened.
Hey, everybody be quiet.
Yeah. Big body Brunson with the knee injury. Hey,
okay.
Q, you called it, Q. I give you to you. You said he was on his Paul Pierce.
Yeah, we dubbed out. Oh, Johnny, you watching it on illegal means, ain't you? That's why you so far behind.
No,
I got I'm in the studio.
Hey man, this is very impressive. I ain't gonna lie, for the Knicks to handle their business in the East like they did and come out here and win game 1.
Hey, Knicks in 5.
That's they're not gonna get 5.
Right,
but that's serious.
It looked like the game. The game is the game. I will say, interesting enough, I had a shout out to Anthony Morrow. I don't know if y'all familiar with him. Played for the OKC Thunder. And it was a New Yorker. They did a podcast in here earlier. So of course they was talking about the game. In which I guess it was just interesting because Anthony Morrow played for OKC, and so he was diehard on the OKC side. They lost, whatever, and then he was with a New Yorker, and just hearing their back and forth. And the New York guy hits back and forth. A part of it, I think he said that New York. I hadn't fact checked him, but he said New York had won 11 straight. And pretty much most of these, if not all of them, haven't been close.
Yeah, they've been killing.
And to be looked at as an underdog when you've dominated inside that much of a stretch.
Well, the best game
ends up being the one where you come back from 20 with 4 minutes or 7 minutes left, and then you win in the overtime. And that's your only challenge in the past 11 games. That is interesting.
Yeah,
they say
I don't disagree at all.
The best 10-game run in NBA history.
They haven't had no struggle since the first round versus the Hawks. They've been cleaning.
They put it up there on the chart with like these last 10 games, and it's up there with like some of the best 10 games of like the 2017 Warriors and shit, and the 96 or 97 Bulls. But yeah, it says like one of the best 10-game stretch of NBA.
But to be fair though, right? So you had the Hawks who had a good season, but at the same time, like I don't think nobody thought the Hawks was ready for prime time. So, but they made it by the Hawks, and they had some tough games. Then you got the Philly coming off the Boston series, hurt Joel. I don't know how many people was expecting Philly to really like put up that much of a fight, but the Knicks handled them. So that was impressive. But then when you get to the conference finals, you got the Cavs who went 7 games in both their series. So I think a lot of people was just sort of downplaying or undervaluing their run because they weren't really competing with teams. Like they were just squashing them. Like it just seems like that they were on a different level compared to the other teams. And so, like I said, I think it's good for them to come out like this. I think Knicks in 6, but this is different. You know what I'm saying? Like
I definitely wasn't expecting to get this one. I ain't gonna lie.
not this one. Yeah, not this one. This is
I think this is a
impressive
game.
to get that
I think
first
this is
one.
game 7 series.
I got Spurs in 5.
Ooh.
Even still, like you don't even want to.
Listen, man, he's a computer. He go read the game. These niggas tired. They just beat the reigning champions. You know, Knicks hype, energetic. Niggas been drinking smoothies. They come in, but this nigga Wemby go come back next game. He go
All I
drop
know is
43 on him.
Cat is guarding this nigga Wemby better than Chet ever did.
You say Cat?
Yeah,
Cat underrated, but he also a big body. That's what distracts Wemby for now. We saw that with Hartenstein, big wide body, and that's really the only thing you can do. But he cool. He gonna figure him out. He gonna get 43 on him next game.
43.
I think the difference on this compared to OKC is that the Knicks, if Cat can truly guard Wemby like how he's been guarding him, they're gonna man up on everybody else, and that's gonna be tough on the role players to produce without Wemby drawing all that attention. So it's gonna be something to watch. But if like I said, if Cat really handle his business, Mitchell Robinson and boys handle their business, manning up on Wemby, you got Josh Hart and Bridges and OG out there just causing havoc in the backcourt and on the wings. Like that's tough. It's tough. Like that's some tough defense. Like I know the OKC got defenders, but New York got them too. Like and they pause big and long.
Yo, what?
Yo,
that was crazy.
Yeah,
and with a premeditated pause.
Because there's no other way to put it, man. Bridges and OG
they got number 1 the first game. They should have got that.
Bridges and OG. That's why they put that tandem together for this moment right here to lock down in the playoffs.
Home court advantage ain't been really an advantage for most teams these playoffs, so it's cool. You know, Spurs will bounce back. But if they don't, shit. New York. I mean, I like it for either one. Like I like Brunson. Nigga just scurrying around the court. Like
we got 100 guns, 100 clips. It's out from New York.
My biggest observation for the evening is that hood niggas do not care about NBA basketball. These niggas came in here in hoops, smelling like Black and Miles. They ain't looking here. They ain't walking the lobby or nothing to see the game. Them niggas, they just now about to leave. Them niggas don't care nothing.
You said they smell like wood tips.
Yeah. It's like ash cans and wood tips. Johnny know the niggas I'm talking about.
They say
they'll be smelling like straight gas too, brother. That would be good one, brother.
Oh, you told him the big bro to get the gas, Johnny? That's crazy. That's crazy. I ain't know you big bro for the gas. That's crazy.
Big bro. Y'all do it.
Hey, listen. And you know you really around it when you see, like, I walked outside. This is always after hours. The all of like my the youth, they're all gone by 9. I think what was the last night I left out about 10, and it was a white chick with a bonnet on. Oh no, she had a scarf on that had the little black, not black and mild. They was, you know, doing whatever they do. And she was walking by, and I was like, and of course she was going to a guy with dreads, and I was like, yeah, this is that
Hey,
crowd right there.
hey, but shout out to the ladies that have pull up with their man to watch them hoop though. That's a real one.
Oh
right
yeah,
there.
nah.
Those
That happened with
real.
that happened with the corporate guys. They had their ladies.
Yeah.
Shut up. Ant had his. Well, let me shut up. All right, I don't know. Yeah, delete whatever I was about to say.
Little birdie.
Yeah, I don't know. It wasn't nothing.
A little birdie.
My bad. That yeah. I'm gonna edit this out.
Yeah, because the main don't want to see that nigga hoop.
That's not true. Listen. We got the corporate guys. I told Johnny, listen, if I go out there, I'm gonna drop 40. Johnny might get 10. I believe
Nah,
Johnny
bro.
will grab 10.
I put up
Speaking of, hold on, real quick, before we go off this. I get on my IG last week and I hit the story, and then I look and I see A Black. A Black done took his chick to the court, crossing her up, laying her. I say, A Black, take it easy on her. God damn.
Nah, hell nah.
With the glasses too. I say,
Killing it.
Sleep.
Nah, we play hard around here, man. We don't go easy.
He ain't take it easy, dog. A Black showing the bucket.
Cross-throat sham.
Damn.
Nah, cause when she good at something, she rub it in too. So you gotta take your moments when you can. So establish dominance.
Ain't nothing worse than beat at your
Black,
girl.
You gotta share that story in the chat because that shit sounds funny as hell.
Yeah. I say,
Yeah,
why
nah,
ain't
we,
Black giving her buckets, bro? That's crazy.
we usually go walking and shit every day or running. She be running, I be walking. And there's some courts over there. Sometimes we'll just get a little cardio in and shit. Whatever we can do. About to get some tennis rackets too. Hit the tennis court.
Yeah, tennis is a good little low key move when you getting up there in the years to stay active. But
Hey, listen,
do
if
something
y'all
that's
want to turn
fun.
up the pickleball, we got pickleball.
Tennis is kind of hard. I ain't gonna lie. I've
tennis is very, very athletic. Like if you good at it, you want to be good at it. Gotta be able to move.
Well, you got it's a
full
certain
body
technique.
workout,
But I be seeing mad, a lot of old heads play doubles and shit. Like, you can. I never played pickleball. I don't know what the difference is,
Yeah,
but
pickleball is like the new vibe for the older folk. I'm
pickleball
also
is
advocating for pickleball because I got
movement.
pickleball lines out here. So if any of y'all 30 and up guys want to come become introduced to the pickleball world, come pop out.
You ain't got no pickleball tourneys coming up.
I could have one if you know some people.
I don't know nobody.
Man, trying to introduce y'all to the pickleball. Pause.
All right, those fast moving balls.
Yeah, we do got handball here. So if you know some people that's interested in handball, we got some handball classes, and what I mean.
We got a goal in there too.
So I got a Dominican teaching handball.
Say it again.
Y'all got like a Dominican teaching handball or something?
Nah, funny enough, it's actually my sister. She played. She actually played handball at UNC. She went to UNC, and she played handball while she was down there. And I don't know. Sometimes talking shit ends up like productively, I guess, happening. So I don't know why we was just in the lobby talking shit about handball. But my sister's one of them people that if you like challenge her to something, you gonna like turn around and then she's gonna be doing it again. So I remember we was talking shit and somehow handball came up. And the next thing I know, she had the Charlotte Handball Association written out the gym. And I say, oh shit, well fuck it. I'm cool with it. You know what I mean? And from there, she's like, went to the nationals. She's starting to get back into the whole little thing. I don't know. Shout out to my sister. Yeah, if it's one thing about her, as soon as she put her mind to something, she gonna figure it out and go do this shit. But saying all that to say, we got handball. If y'all want to learn handball,
pickleball, handball, whatever. Basketball.
Yeah, Johnny tried handball. He threw the ball. He didn't make the net. He threw it at the wall. He missed the whole goal.
No, that's not what happened. I didn't even try it. I stayed away.
Gotta
They
drink
look
your milk.
professional. Nah, them boys look they look kind of professional. I wasn't gonna go out there and make a fool of myself because I was, they had layup lines doing it and everything. I'm like, you know what? Y'all have fun.
All right, so nonetheless, to get back on topic, Zohran Mamdani, what is your thoughts? What he's done so far, the socialist agenda has New York at a 68% approval rating. Talk to me.
I think Mamdani has great press and social media above everything else. I don't know, I don't like, for example, I don't know if cost of living is any cheaper in New York City, because of his presence, as an example.
Yeah, I don't know if that's like something that he was.
No, he was definitely big
I'm
on.
sure I think that. So, for example, where's it at? The things that like the rent control housing, him doing the extended protections to keep rent stabilized tenants in their homes is like a push towards that. Of course, to lower the entire cost of living in New York is something that's going to be hyper systemic and take years. But him pushing to actually do something on the ground level. Same difference again, like I think he called it the bread and butter or something like that. Tenants where giving free child care to kids is really make sure, universal child care is like a really big thing that a lot of people will feel. And I think that no matter what your politics are, you could agree with LGBTQ or not, or Israel or not, but that's something that you can tangibly feel. Same difference with the potholes. To me, I thought that was really interesting. Where if you can attach some of your early on goals to something that is more tangible and fillable, that's a part of your quote unquote socialist program, to where you can start getting people to buy into it. I just think it's smart.
Yeah, I don't disagree in terms of how he moves is smart. That's why I think a lot of what he's doing is more like PR and press than I think it is actual like reformation, or whatever the fuck the word is. Okay. So I like I said, I think he's just he just knows how to peacock and market like himself in a way where he seems to be maybe a little more impactful than what he actually is.
Okay. So you think that most people that's a part of that 63, 68 or 68 percent, they are just being swindled by good propaganda?
I think that has a huge part. Yeah.
Okay. A Black, talk to us. Is A Black still there?
If you know someone who's my bad. What was the question?
Oh, just your thoughts on Mamdani and what he's done so far.
Yeah, I mean, I'm hearing a lot of good things. I think some of the stuff that's as far as cost of living, might not happen as quickly and might be more complex. Everybody got a campaign on something hopeful, but people also got to be realistic on what people can do in the time limit. But he's also been doing a lot that apparently, like a lot of, I guess, Eric Adams and other mayors are saying that they couldn't do and stuff like that. Like just like quick fixes and things that showing action or whatever. It's just showing that you care about certain stuff. And I think that's the main thing. The mayor is still the mayor. Like New York is a huge city. It's Gotham, whatever, but it's still a mayor at the end of the day. And it's only so much power that they really have. But I think with New York being the big market that it is, he's magnified, and of course he's a Muslim, but it's a mayor. Like I don't be knowing what all they think a mayor is going to do. What a mayor is doing in any cities for real, like on a major level. Mm-hmm. Do little things, do what you can for the people that you like, and support the rest of the city, even if you don't like them. and that's all you can do as the mayor, for real.
I dig it. G, talk to us.
I mean, like I said, I just said, I feel like he's got great PR. So yeah, like maybe more time will show different, but in the short term, I don't know what he's actually done that, like, I heard about him, quote unquote, balancing the budget or something, but it's like, I just find that stuff hard to believe. Like, okay, if it was that simple, then why wasn't it done already? You know what I'm saying? Like, what impact does that have? And I think one of the big challenges coming up here is going to be with the World Cup situation.
Okay.
How that's handled with the subways, public transportation. They were talking about how crazy it was to travel to these events using public transportation, but they also are trying to make it that way on purpose, it seems like. So, yeah, like I said, I mean, I don't think much has changed in New York City, if I'm being honest. But I don't live up there, but I don't think he's really moved the needle much. But he's done a lot of things that he gets to champion, like hang his hat on and say, hey, like we checked this box, we checked that box. But I don't know what type of impact he's having.
To the Utilities Commission. He laid out 700
Yeah, I think not having a negative impact today is more of an impact, because I don't know what people be expecting from politicians. Like, they just come in and create some utopia city and all these free programs and free this and free that. And I don't know what the expectation is for a good politician, but I guess as far as the morale and like somebody being humane, he gives that off. Like G said, it's good PR, and really at the end of the day, you need to just keep people cool for the most part. And he seems to be doing that and handling quick fixes and shit. But it's New York City, it's dirty. Did they get rid of all the rats? Did he get rid of all the crime, like all the shit on Wall Street, inside trading? Like, it's shit that's above him and the mayor. But I don't know. I guess I really don't know what the expectation we have for mayors is.
My bad, fellas. Okay, all right. So I guess it doesn't sound as though y'all. Oh, my bad. I forgot. Shout out to Steve. Steve has made it in. Steve, before we go further, talk to us. What's going on?
What's good? What's good? Hey, man, I was telling y'all in the chat because everybody was like, "Mom, Dunny not gonna be able to do all this stuff," and he's a shrewd political actor. And I remember we was arguing about the tax situation in the chat in the Discord, and I said he's gonna give the governor a choice. She can either be very unpopular because taxes is gonna get raised, or she can give him the money. And she gave him the money because she don't want to be unpopular. Because, like I said, Mamdani is the most popular politician in the state. So when she coming up for her governor's election in the fall, who do she want the most popular politician in her state going against her? No. And I think people want to see politicians willpower. That's the politicians always saying what they can't do, and people is tired of that. They want to see politicians actually willpower. And Mamdani then went on TV, told people what he was going to do, and told people the bad stuff that was going to happen. And politicians don't do that. And that is more than what most of them do. You supposed to fix the potholes. And it looked crazy if the so-called radical dude come in and the liberals couldn't fix the potholes, but the radical could. It looked crazy that the so-called radical come in and he could get the trash picked up, but the normal dude couldn't. So it's a juxtaposition of what's the past, and it changes the paradigm of what's radical. And then the mayor has a downstream effect on creating because all of this stuff that y'all describe of the issues of a city is a byproduct of not having a high trust society. And the reason why we don't have a high trust society because people don't trust politicians. So, like, obviously you can't fix everything in like 1 year, but that is the way you need to go if you want to see a broader change, not in just New York City, but like in every city across the world
So really
or every
quickly,
city across the United States of America.
just
You are
making
not
sure I
gonna have no
understand.
productive city in a low trust society.
To make sure I understand, you called him an actor, but it seemed like you're praising some of like his actions.
And no, when I say he's an actor, not an actor in the sense of like he's pretending. I'm talking about like he's actually acting on the abilities that he has as a mayor. Where typically
Oh, okay.
mayors say, "Well, my hands are tied." He's not accepting my hands are tied as a mayor. He's
Okay.
willing. He's dealing. Even when Hakeem Jeffries and them didn't endorse him, did Mamdani come out and slander them after he won? No. He said, "I'm willing to help work with Jeffries." He could have easily got cool points from his set, his so-called radical set by dunking on Jeffries and them soon as he won, but he didn't do that because he understand politics. He know he gonna need money from Jeffries. He know he gonna need money from Hochul.
Okay.
But people just act like he just don't like he don't know. It's just all PR. Like I find it crazy that we think a Muslim communist is getting good PR just off the strength of like the media want to give him good PR. No, he got good
Not
PR
the
because
media, social media, his social media team. Like when you in this day and age, you don't need good quote unquote mainstream media if you understand how these algorithms work.
But that's irrelevant to his approval rating in New York because
I disagree.
those people wouldn't be dissuaded. So you telling me if he had good social media PR, but he wasn't fixing the potholes, he wasn't having like some type of positive impact in the actual city, that people who actually live in New York is gonna be like, even though this shit still suck.
Like you gotta think about fixing potholes for a city where a lot of niggas don't even have cars. It's not like hitting like that. Like
It's a lot of cars in New York.
but a lot of niggas don't drive too.
And when I say pothole, when I say
approval rating
pothole,
three at
just
almost 3/4?
insert pothole for low
You got
level.
good branding.
Insert pothole for low level
me see
menial
the-
tasks that the city should do. Like because we can't just chalk it up to like he got good branding. He has to do something to make the brand.
He basically
I'm not disagreeing, but what I'm
It's
saying
a lot
is
of niggas I can give a Nike press run, but if a nigga ain't got nothing, nobody not buying his sneakers.
what I'm saying is the stuff that he's doing is not like really that impactful. It's checking the right boxes from a branding perspective. Like he's
from a building political
lower hanging fruit.
But from a building a political standpoint, power standpoint, if you live in a society where people are not even doing the low hanging fruit, you have to first prove that you can perform at that level before people even give you more power to will. Like
that's fair. I don't like that's fine, but it doesn't. That can be true, but it doesn't make what I'm saying not true. It's like he's going after these things that are what I would consider relatively low hanging. That at the end of the day, like I said, like a lot of folks in New York don't even drive. Like so yeah, there's a lot of cars in New York City, but people aren't driving those cars their own cars like that. So
because I think I when A Black said the part where what do people think, like do people think they gonna change the world in a day, and or whatever case, obviously not. But I think it's very hard to do that or even attempt to do that or move that direction. And I'm not saying pothole literally. I'm just using pothole as the lowest level issue you could think of to fixing the city. But it's very hard to move towards that way if people don't even trust you to fix said pothole.
I'm not disagreeing with that point. I'm not disagreeing with that point.
It's like he just doing whatever, and if it's in his power, let me do it.
But then the question is, why didn't the previous people do it? And that's what we comparing it to. We can't compare it to what we think is going to be in the future. We talking about in comparison to the people who was before him. If it could just be done by the mayor, then why Eric Adams didn't do it? Why De Blasio didn't do it?
I mean, I think that's the whole point of saying
That is
why
like
not, because they probably
it's not
taking
just
money
people
from
think
somebody
he.
who don't want them to.
It's not that people just think he good because he's good. He's good because they have something else to compare it to. And we can say that's a low bar, but that's not his fault that they sucked. You know,
I mean, look, Eric
he,
Adams had good approval ratings until he didn't. So we'll just see. Like we'll see. Like Eric Adams had great approval ratings until he
yeah,
no
and then
longer
Eric
did it.
Adams got in there wheeling and dealing and being corrupt.
And he was at Israel Day.
And then he now he and I know y'all saw.
Y'all think Mamdani just above the fray.
had great approval ratings when he was in New York. When Mayor Koch was the mayor of New York, he had great approval ratings. The whole problem with you stating, Steve, right now, you're stating that what you said basically he's trying to take care of the lower class first and have them I'm sorry to put it like that, but take care of them, and then he can have constituents behind him, and you have people that say that he can't do it, which is the actual voters.
But
and
this is the
fine.
this is the funny.
The whole thing. Hold on. Let me finish talking. You talk for 5 minutes, bro. Let me finish talking. The whole thing, what I'm saying right now is that he took care of some potholes. And like G said, don't nobody hardly drive up there. People have cars and barely drive them. It's an impossible mission. You've been in New York. You know how hard it is to ride around. It's fucking crazy. You know what I'm saying? Them potholes don't mean really shit. And most of them potholes is in shitty areas anyway. And even if you in a shitty area, in a good area, you could be coming out of a $1 million condo and right down the street from you is potholes. That's just what it is. It's gonna be potholes all over there. Good, he taking care of the potholes. So fucking what? He doing that. And then you saying that he taking care of his child care. The whole problem is they need to educate these people and stop having all these damn babies if they ain't got money to take care of their own damn self. I'm just saying. You right what you saying though. But them potholes don't mean shit.
No, but pothole is just a low catch all for low level issue. Like
it's a metaphor.
I think I've said that two times.
But what else? But like the people, like what else would explain the 68% right now? Hungry people don't care about it.
Well, what it is that he's doing things for his constituents. He is, and it's the right way to go. You go for those who are the voters. It's more people of less money than it is people with money. You know what I'm saying? So if you do things for them, it's gonna be fine. But the things what he's doing is really not nothing that, you know what I'm saying. It's decent for some, but not for all, because all people don't need child care, and all people don't give a damn about them damn potholes. You feel what I'm saying?
I don't think the crux of the argument, like, of course we talking about the issues, but the thing that people like is mayors have political power. And for so many years, mayors have said, my hands is tied, I can't do nothing. And now you got a guy who the mayor, and he's showing if you have a will to do something politically, it can be done. Like, you know, like people gonna like that. Like the governor came, like
the area that you in. If you are the mayor of a city, and if you are just the mayor, but you don't hold the books, you know what I'm saying? They have a bookkeeper there, or whoever the person that runs the money there. That's the person that actually runs the city. The mayor is just a part-time job. It's just a figurehead. In a lot of cases, in a lot of major cities, that's how it is. Where the mayor is just a part-time job. It's not nothing as far as that's all that they do, or they are the person that's in control of this stuff. That's why their hands be tied. Now, his hands might not be tied, and he might put a little bit more force on doing things, but that don't mean that he's still, I don't really know if New York City mayor is a full-time position or part-time
it's not really
position.
about,
That's where your hands are tied at.
It's not really about,
control the money.
It's not really about force, but he understands the political maneuvering required in order to force the governor to give him the money for the child care. Because when he first ran on giving the child care, before winning the mayor, the governor said we never gonna have this universal child care in New York. Not even weeks after he elected, she's saying, "Oh, Mamdani convinced me we gonna have universal child care." Earlier in the year, he said, "Hey, I'm either raise property taxes or the governor gonna give me."
What does that mean though? Universal child care in New York. Like, what does that actually? Because it's like, you know how these politicians, because the January 6ers was gonna have a fund that was big news. But you know what wasn't big news? When the fund got repealed, and now they're not getting that money no more.
Of course, we can.
reparations. God damn it.
Yeah, that's
I
out the
did see
door.
that.
That got
Of
repealed,
course we
but
can.
that's not really in the news. So
Of
it's like,
course we can get into. Of course we can
what's
get
really
into.
universal child care in New York mean for the actual people?
We can get in the weeds on it, of course, but the fact still remains. If somebody for all they 16 years they live in New York, all the mayor has said is, I can't do nothing. And then he comes in, and the governor is conceding to him every 3 months on what they want, what he want to do. People start to demand something different from politics.
That's why I say it's cosmetic, because after as time progresses, people are gonna wait. Like, where's my universal child care?
But no. What happens is,
I think universal child care is from what it looks like is free / affordable for children from infancy through preschool.
It's legit free.
So like from when a kid is born to when they can go to public school, it's free.
For who? Who qualifies?
I think that it's free across the board. I think
the state is paying for it.
So the idea is like, how public school,
the governor gave him money to pay
everybody
for it.
qualifies for public schooling. Universal is for everybody. When it comes down to like that needs to be like an American thing in general.
But does that affect the quality of the health of the child care? Because it's like,
I'm sure it's just like public school, like wherever you're able to get in at. But if
child care is a pimp.
Child care costs a lot. Like if you look at like the first year, like if you're able to save people in essence about 15 to 17 or almost $2,000 a month off of having a newborn and having to go to work, like that changes a lot for a lot of people. Like people feel that for sure.
I know that. I know y'all young.
100%.
Especially in a city like New York.
17 this year, and I know that it was for infants. It was almost $15,000 a year to put them in child care. That was 17 years ago, and after that it went down to like maybe 10 to 12. Till he was like, almost in kindergarten. Now, if that was coming out of our household back then, I can imagine what the hell y'all paying now. Child care is ridiculous.
Shout out to the grandmama. I ain't gonna lie.
I gotta shout out mine.
No, but I'm saying, but at the same point on it, they need to talk to these people too, and these people need to stop fucking. That's the whole problem. You can't afford these children. You can afford yes it is, yes it do. Because if a lot of these people out here going out here having multiple kids and can't afford them, stop fucking. That's what.
But like my question is, with the universal health, with the universal
I think they
child
say we
care,
ain't fucking enough. That's what everybody.
Does that literally provide child care to every child in need? That's kind of like, is that literally what they doing? Are they providing child care to any child?
That's what universal implies.
That's what it implies. Because
the only way, because I mean, if we talking about means tested, if it's a means tested program, 9 times out of 10, every child in need gonna get health child care anyway in a city like New York. The real issue in New York is the middle class people. The middle class people have no reprieve in New York. If you super rich, who gives a fuck? You super rich, you live in New York. If you super poor, you qualify for everything. Who gives a fuck? You live in New York. The middle is the people who don't qualify for nothing.
Steve, that's in every state, any major city. That's how it is.
But that's why when we say you, but I'm not. The point I'm retorting is when will universal help every child in need? For the most part, every child in need is getting helped without universal because they qualify for the means tested programs that already exist that's on the books.
Like the vouchers and shit.
The universal
every city
programs
don't got millions of people either.
Universal programs remove the means testing. So means testing mean, if you make under 30,000, you get it. If you don't, you don't get nothing.
I didn't think that was the case, but I could be wrong on that because there's got to be some rule, even if it's universal. There's got to be some eligibility criteria.
So typically, how universal?
I can't say. Hold up. I'm gonna just say this. In South Carolina, one thing I can say about South Carolina is that all kids that go to public school eat breakfast and lunch free, no matter what your income is. And that's universal. Now, if they doing that universal like that, that's different. I know that's something that's down in South Carolina. No kids pay for lunch. No, not one child.
That's
you in
fire.
public school,
That's how it should be.
All the kids eat breakfast and lunch free.
Typically in universal programs, because a lot of people say this, well, why would rich people, how is that fair if rich people get universal programs? Why would you want rich people to use universal programs? Because if rich people use the same programs, it ensures that the programs are good.
The quality.
Yeah.
You know, that's the
Right.
like that like I don't like that's kind of like the benefit of it being universal. If everybody got to use it, we can't just make it shit because only poor people who ain't got no other option gonna use it.
So
Like,
hold up, G, because that'd be my question. Is this supposed to look like voucher systems where, like, say I run a childcare, are they gonna standardize pricing, or are they gonna like? So is it like the same cost no matter if you're in Brooklyn, Staten Island,
Well,
Queens?
I imagine that there's
New
going to
York City
be
is all the
vouchers for for example, there's public housing that you can buy and pay rent, but the majority of it is subsidized. And these are people that are, on some version of government assistance. I imagine it will be very similar for childcare where you can you can pay for better or privatized or you can go to the one that your taxes pay for inside the area. Same difference like public school. In essence.
Can I give some context to these plans that y'all call universal? Just to let y'all know, like.
Okay.
All right, so the way it's laying out, they got 3 different tiers. The first one is new 2K programs. They call that 2-year-olds.
Okay.
That's in progress, where applications open June 2nd, 2026. So that was just recently.
Yeah, he just became the mayor.
Hold on. Let me finish. Let me finish giving y'all the
He
details.
said that he secured the funding for it. Not
Let
that
me
it's
give y'all
already
the details, though. Let me give y'all the details. It's starting with a pilot phase of 2,000 free seats in select high-need school districts. So it's not universal. There's 2,000 free seats in select high-need districts. That's not universal. Furthermore, they're going to expand the program. They're going to expand the program to 12,000 seats next year. And their goal is to reach full citywide universally by 2029.
So they're gonna ramp up in a 3-year period, which is pretty normal when you're rolling out a program at that scale.
You have to.
Like, what are we talking about here?
I'm just letting you know, but you got to get to the 3rd year. And that's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. You got to get to the 3rd year.
Process of a thing.
So
You got to crawl before you walk.
So ramping up a program like any other program would normally do to Universal in 3 years.
They just ramped up a program for the Sixers and it got axed. This shit could get axed next year, next election cycle. Like shit gets axed all the time.
And if the governor ain't cooperating, they gonna be up out of there.
I'm just telling you, shit get axed all the time. That's my point. It's like this stuff is like that. When the George Floyd shit happened and people and the companies committed all these dollars for black businesses, and then 5 years later, nobody committed any money to black businesses.
So the question is, should people not press the issue when they got political power?
That's not the question.
That's not the question. Hey, I want to say something.
But he's actually, but he's actually acting on the thing though.
Like, should they not press for what they want?
But that's just not the question though.
The plan, and then we're walking through the plan. Like, we can't fast forward to 3 years, but it seems like he has actionable items that he's literally checked off in the first 100 days and has rolled out a plan and is ramping forward to actually happen. That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't understand, outside of us getting in the time machine, what else could we want if this is the process that things go?
Can I say something first? I want to say,
Yes,
hey, Black, I'm on the panel, so it's okay for you to leave now. Just wanted to put that out there. Because that's been the trend for a year now. The second thing I want to say is that I think you guys are kind of gullible about this program, Steve, because it's not about the program just becoming something. What is he trying to get out of this program? Is he trying to indoctrinate our kids at a younger age? Is he going to put limitations on if you're going to have some kind of daycare, it has to be through the government and it has to be organized and arranged through the government? Like, you got to look bigger picture.
private childcare will still exist. Typically, if I go probably look at the proposal, it's probably gonna be whoever's private. The current private childcare system will stay in place,
but
in the way you'll get universal.
I can give y'all the proposal, but y'all wouldn't let me finish. I'm giving y'all the proposal. I just gave you the first one for the 2-year-olds. I can give the nigga credit where it's there, but I'm just telling you as it relates to 2-year-olds.
All right. Talk.
Let us have it,
That
G.
was the proposal for 2-year-olds.
Yeah. 3 years, all 2 years, 2-year-olds get free.
That's the
universal.
So that's what I'm saying. And reading it further, that's the one that seems to be the most like needs to be action out. If you look at where they call 3K, which is the 3-year-olds. So in New York, they call this shit 2K, 3K, and then pre-K, which is the 4-year-olds.
Yeah.
So the 3K, the 3-year-olds, it's saying that's expanding. So they got full day early childhood education for all 3-year-olds.
I'm rolling.
While the program previously suffered from geographic gaps and wait lists, the city has recently injected new funding to add thousands of new seats across dozens of zip codes to stabilize for true citywide universality. So if that comes to be, then kudos. I give that credit.
Yeah.
And then same deal here. For the pre-K that are the 4-year-olds, they're saying that's already universal coverage. Every 4-year-old in New York City is guaranteed a free full dude. But my point in talking about this, but hold on, let me finish this. My point in talking about universal healthcare to the point of like costs, like what you just mentioned, Q, is not what we're talking about. We're not talking about programs for newborns under 1 year old. That's not what's being provided.
Oh, so the 2K doesn't include from newborn to 2K, so it's just at 2 years old.
At 2 years old, correct.
Okay, that's interesting.
So
well, hold on, wait. Let me
I'm not saying this isn't valuable. I was reading
Chat GPT. So
wasn't there a longer like?
And also look up what's the child paternity leave laws in New York.
Yeah, don't forget longer
leave. But Steve, that's by company. There is no legal child paternity. Like every company gives
you paternity in the city of New York. In the city of New York, I think it is. It's mandated.
I don't think so.
I thought that came with it.
I can guarantee you it ain't, because my company has an office in New York City, and I guarantee you niggas ain't got no kind of paternity, bro. That's like that's granted to them just because they in New York City. They get the company policy, nigga. I guarantee you that.
That's my company right there.
That they get the fucking company policy, nigga. They ain't got no special New York City paternity leave.
Them niggas ain't got no paternity leave.
They get paternity, the state of New York. They don't get nothing special to the nigga in Durham or a nigga in Virginia.
The state of New York mandates 12 weeks.
Maybe if you work for the city. Maybe if you work for the city.
The whole state. It's like,
bro. I'm telling you right now. I work with niggas who just had babies in New York City. They don't get 12 weeks.
So you don't. Okay, no.
86.
I live in California. We have a mandatory paternity leave.
Steve, you can't force companies to pay you. You what you can do is you can't get fired. So you can take leave, but you don't have to get paid for that leave. So if you wanted to take up to 3 months off as a father, you could do that, but they don't have to pay you, but they can't fire you for it. It's called like FMLA or some shit like that.
Yeah, that's a government worker.
But no, that's anybody, Steve.
You have to
anybody.
apply for that. You have to apply for that through your company.
Okay, can I just reach out? Can I just reach out
right now? New York City don't got nothing special.
Can I just reach out this right
in New York,
you
don't get 12 weeks.
Can I just read you this right quick?
Yes.
New York mandates that all private employees with one or more employees provide job-protected paid leave to bond with the new child. This applies for the first 12 months following birth, adoption, or foster placement.
Steve, that's not paid paternity leave. That what they're saying is you could leave, but you're not going to get fired. But we're not going to
all
pay you
private
for 12
employers
weeks.
with one or more employees provide protected paid leave.
Steve, it's not true. Whatever you read is not true.
Well, it says paid at 67% of average weekly wages, capped at statewide minimums.
Is this limited to the first child, or it doesn't matter?
Niggas in New York are not getting paid for. I'm telling y'all, this is not true.
Because if that's the case, then everybody would be having babies.
Nobody's getting paid 12 weeks off as a father.
I know that.
Well, it
Just
says
because you're a
that
New York resident.
I know the
it said that
company
they're
I
getting
work for. They do it. They do it.
yeah, but G, it says that they get paid 67% at
It's not a
minimum.
full. It's not a
67%.
full
Yeah,
Like
paycheck.
66
but they get
And it's
like, you get the
mandated by the
option to get-
states can mandate paid leave by any company that's in there.
Your
That's
homie
a
might have just wanted that full 100%.
Yeah,
that's
but
kind of the
look,
bit like
but that only applies for full timers. If you're a that's why so many companies don't have full timers. They have part time on call. You're talking about full timers.
And I think you're talking about people who work for the entity of the city of New York or the state of
no.
New York.
I literally read private companies in the damn thing I just read.
Post the link. Because I guarantee you, I know too many people
Let
who
them
have
put
babies
eyes
in
on
New
it.
York.
It's not going to apply for all employees. It's going to be full-time employees.
Full-time.
Yeah, we agree with the full-time.
Full-time employees.
But y'all just told me to hold on. Stop, Q. Stop, Q.
With more
Stop, Q. Stop,
Steve,
Q.
if you
Stop,
got
Q.
5 employees, you think the New York government
Q.
is going to force you to pay these niggas for
We
paternity leave?
just said first. They just said the state couldn't force you to do it.
You can't
in no capacity. I look it up. I don't even want to look it up. You look it up and you tell me what you
I
find.
ain't got to look it up because I know niggas that ain't got it.
You look it up and tell me what you find.
Steve, I know niggas in New York with babies that ain't got it.
Johnny, look it up. Well, let's have a neutral.
I believe
look
you.
it up.
I believe you, Steve.
At this point.
Johnny, you look it up.
I believe you.
What y'all
I believe
arguing?
you,
Because
too.
the key
believe
is
you.
Because that's crazy that I could literally go to NewYorkState.com,
Y'all
look
both
up a
are right,
law.
though. That's the thing. Y'all both are right. It matters what type
Nah,
of
don't be
employee
coming
you
in
are.
here fence riding, old man. Choose a
That's not a
side.
fence ride. I came up with the same
Choose a
word.
side. You gonna choose FBA Hall of Famer, me?
I
Or you
know
gonna choose
FBA Hall
FBA
of
D
Famers,
leaguer G?
Hey, if you're gonna be called that, you got to put that in your title. You got to take Steve away. If you're gonna be
FBA
Hall of
Hall of
Famer.
Famer.
Shit. Hey,
Oh,
I'm
man.
FBA Hall of Famer
That's a new
now.
one right there.
Shit.
That's a new one
Man
right
say
there.
he got
Hall
six
of Fame.
all NBA, 2
I got
scoring
6
titles,
all NBA.
and
I got
MVP.
6 all FBAs, man.
Yeah.
Come on.
All FBA. First team.
Come on, man. I be in the
Took A block off, man.
I be putting my reps in the Discord for the NBA, man. Come on.
Hey, listen, you can't throw my dog G into the
I'm about to throw him
into the G League.
I'm about to throw him in the tether league. He keep playing with me on here.
Damn.
Oh, the Euro League. That's the tether league.
No, that's the Negro leagues. tether league.
Hey man, y'all funny. Y'all funny as fuck.
Hey, but real talk, y'all both right. It's just the status of employment.
But also I do want to make a point, regardless of if stuff is accomplished or not accomplished, it fail, it don't fail. The real point I really want to make is like people are seeing a mayor, whether he is successful or not, but he actually will empower, and it's gonna cause more of a demand from all politicians. Because
Steve, can I give you the key in your language though?
What's the key?
The war continues.
No, it's not.
What, we talking about language? Is this code
Gives
switching or
eligible employees up to 12 weeks. See, that's a difference.
So hold on, G. But G, let's talk about your language. G, let's talk about your language.
Did you just say I could give you 1 week too?
G, let's talk about your language. Did you not say that states cannot do that at all?
Not no 12 fucking weeks. They cannot
G,
force you to pay a nigga for 12 weeks.
before we started and got into the details of the league, you said a state cannot mandate that
12 weeks
companies have to provide leave.
They cannot mandate 12 weeks of paid paternity.
But can they mandate paternity leave?
What I'm telling you is they ain't mandating 12 weeks. Is my point.
Can they mandate paternity
leave?
leave?
Nigga in New York getting this automatically 12 weeks.
Hey, I gotta say this though. G.
I posted the link. I posted the link for everybody to take a look.
I
The
know.
language
G,
is
you
key.
said they couldn't do it at all before.
Steve, you came out talking about niggas in New York automatically get 12 weeks.
You
That's
said
false.
they couldn't. You said the state couldn't make corporations do that.
Under the premise of 12 weeks, nigga, you cannot do that.
Wait, okay, just let me say this. In California, they do that all the time. The government mandates what the private organizations need to do and have to do. So I don't know what New York is on.
So you're both right.
So
but-
can the state mandate paternity leave on private actors?
Say what?
Can the state mandate private corporations provide paid leave to their employees? Can the state mandate that?
By definition, yes. But what you said, Steve, was
hey man,
no. Listen, Steve,
arguing like TV. You
No, don't
acting
cut
like
me off. Don't cut me
TBI.
off. Don't cut. Steve, you were arguing that New York niggas get 12 weeks of paid leave. True or false?
Gee,
No. Just say true or false. You were arguing.
They get 12 weeks. Okay, we get
And
12
I'm telling
weeks.
you they don't. I'm telling you that's not a guarantee. I'm telling you that's not a guarantee.
That's not what your retort was
Yes,
when
it
I
was,
brought
nigga.
it up.
They're not getting 12 weeks.
Gee,
No,
that
Steve,
was not what your retort.
Steve, my retort is that you are wrong. That
Gee,
New York
your
niggas are
argument
not
was
getting
not that
12
they
weeks
could
of
not
paid
get
leave.
12 weeks.
Steve, you were wrong.
When I first brought it up, you said the state cannot mandate that private companies
off the premise of 12 weeks, you cannot. A state is not going to.
So G, if I would have just said, if I would have just said that the state can mandate paternity leave, you would have agreed.
I would have said that they might be able to mandate certain benefits as it relates.
All right,
to
man, you got it,
paternity.
G. You got it, G.
Steve, you the one who said that niggas get 12 weeks of leave.
G, you got it, cause like you literally started off saying that no state can.
I started off by saying that I know for a fact niggas aren't getting 12 weeks of paid leave just because the state of New York mandates it. That's
You
not a
said the
fact.
state cannot make them get no type of leave.
Steve, you said 12 weeks. That's what I'm responding to. You said
Okay, G,
12
I got a
weeks.
question. Before that, did you think the state could make them give them any type of leave?
Steve, what I'm telling you is I know that there are labor laws that exist.
We in debate wars.
And I know there's FMLA, which I cited, which is on this website as well.
I know what FMLA is.
And what I'm saying is that you misquoted what the paid family leave is for New York City. It's not guaranteed
But
12
G,
weeks.
you said it only
Both you
applied to
guys are
state.
correct.
You said it only applied to
Steve,
state
I said that-
personnel.
But Steve, I said that based off of your premise. Because listen, my thing is I know niggas who get 12 weeks for paternity, but that's because of the company they work for. So the way that you read it, I'm thinking you're reading a policy for state
Because the
or
state
city
mandated
workers.
it.
No, nigga, no. I know niggas in Charlotte who work
Oh,
for
well, we're not talking
private
about Charlotte.
company
We're
in
not talking about
Charlotte.
Charlotte. We're not talking about Charlotte. We're talking
We talking about state rights and shit. I know niggas in Charlotte who get 3 months for paternity leave because of the company they work for.
That's a whole different
And
argument.
I know niggas in New York who get 1 month paternity
whole
leave
different argument.
because of the company they work for.
So do we agree that
I know niggas in New York who get 2 weeks paternity leave.
So do we agree that the state can mandate paternal leave standards to dictate paternity leave standards to private corporations? Do we agree?
Obviously, that is true, and actually, that's stuff that's voted on. Those are like props. These are the things that
we can argue the
vote on.
minor details of it at all, but the crux of it is do you agree? Do me and you agree that the state can dictate paternity leave standards to private corporations?
It depends on how you define standards.
Just say yeah. Just say yeah. Just say yeah. Just say yeah.
It depends on how you define
Let them win.
standards.
Let them win. Because
Please
me and Q, we had to just go last time because Steve, he was losing the argument, but he was going to continue to talk.
It depends on how you define
No.
It depends on how you define standards.
Remember that, Q?
It says it
Hey, we
says
hashed
right
it
here,
out
it
inside the
gives
Discord.
eligible
We did
employees
hash it
up
out.
to 12
It was confusion on that. Oh man, it was confusion on that.
Okay.
We just used different words for different what we were describing.
I don't want to go back down this rabbit hole.
It was confusion on that. Once Q explained it to me in the chat, I was like, well, if you would have said that first, I would have been more like, oh, I get what you're talking about.
And that's what G's telling you. If you would have said that, he would have agreed with you. Both of y'all right.
Yeah,
G
man,
said the
if you'd
same
have
thing
heard
you
what
just said,
the
and now it's over with.
if
Please
you'd have
go
heard
on
what the
another topic.
resolution ended up causing in Discord, you'd have been upset at your FBA brothers.
Oh, okay.
I think that they done
I don't wanna hear
exiled
it.
my. I think they exiled my dog Fat Boy over the explanation.
I don't go to the Discord for a reason. Let's put it that way.
Now Q explained it to me. I just use a different word to describe what he was describing. And I was like, that makes sense. I get it. So now I just use it interchangeably for this conversation. Also, I kept cutting him off. If I would have let him go a little bit longer on that.
You do that a lot, Steve.
Hold on. Oh man,
every
man, I'm trying to repent. I'm trying to repent here. I'm trying to repent here. You know, so if I would have let him go a little bit longer, he would have got to that word, and then I would have said, okay, because he told me he was gonna bring that up, and I was like, oh, my bad, you know, my apologies, bro. So, you know, now I said it live on her.
Steve. He was hell bent on serving us last week, but listen, we live to hash it out on.
Shut up, Johnny, man. You need to grow.
You win some, you lose some. You live to fight another day.
Johnny, what Johnny put the red cup down, man.
Yeah, I know with Johnny we about to get. Ain't nothing to it.
Hey, G, but the state can regulate a minimum standard for all health issues, and maternity leave falls under that. Mental health falls under that. So it's not just maternity
I'm not
leave.
saying they can't, but I'm telling you, there's no standard where a nigga's going to get 3 months of full paid leave just because he had a baby. I'm telling you, that does not exist.
I don't know the length of time, but if they wanted it and we voted on it, that
nigga, 3 months. You know how many niggas would just be fucking to have babies when
That's
you
what I
can take
was
a whole
saying,
quarter
like,
to
but
year
hold on,
off?
that would be the
But
game.
3 months off for work.
But
That's
hold on, but that is
terrible deal.
But hold on,
Yeah,
this is the crazy part. This is the I want to give you the actual factual.
Universal health care and I get 3 months off. Shit.
But hold on, it's not true though, because the premise behind the policy is that they would think most people would think that birth would go up, correct?
Bruh,
they would say birth would go up.
That's what I was telling Unc. The problem
But
it
doesn't.
It doesn't because you got single parent family homes. That's why.
But even if you go look at the Scandinavian countries, they got even more friendlier, better actual universal health care, and they get a full year off in some of them Scandinavian countries. The birth rate not going up over there either. So
the birth rate ain't going up because can't nobody afford these damn kids. That's why.
Exactly. If people can't afford them in the first place, for the most part, they're not gonna have them.
Shit. That means that people getting smarter. Everybody, only people having babies is Tethers. Tethers having babies like
hey, come on now. Come on.
Hey, I want to put this out there. Even with all the abortions, the black community is still producing at a regular rate. The only reason we're being overpopulated is because they're importing so many people.
Not this year. The only people that
do you realize people that are imported are having babies?
The last numbers I saw, the only demographic this past year, the only demographic that had a growing birth rates was whites.
Oh, really? I thought it was Hispanic.
Yeah, I want to say this past whatever, you know how they do the full cycle
in America.
Okay.
Yeah, I think white Americans was the only one who had a positive.
But you
and I'm not even saying it's above.
As white, Steve.
I'm not even. Well, they segment out Latino. They segment out Latinos. Latinos had a.
They can't be counting them Cubans.
Latinos had a.
Look, it's springtime. It's springtime now, right? And you know all the babies and the baby carriages be out. Them Tethers got 2 carriages.
There's jokes to be made, but I ain't gonna make it.
Yeah, you don't need to.
No,
Getting people,
it's the truth.
Getting people to have kids.
Kids are going to be citizens. That's why they
People-
have 6, 7 citizens.
But getting people to have kids is a much tougher task, because people only want to have kids in a world in which they believe there's a positive future. Like, we can talk about all this other hoopla, but if like the world is not actually like changing, people not gonna have kids. That's just I'm speaking from a first world perspective.
To the United States of America, you're gonna make a baby. You're gonna make a baby. You come from a shithole country over here.
Yeah,
I'm talking about actual first world populations of people.
But yeah, when
people coming over here, third world people, they are.
Both of y'all are right, though. Both of y'all are right.
No, but what you're saying is what you said. Yeah, the people that were imported here, this is a sense of relief. So yeah, they're gonna have more babies.
Exactly.
Everything's being paid for. They have no responsibility.
Okay, y'all getting sidetracked on a different
I'm about to
conversation.
say that the stats say that white people are. Now I think that's what he's saying. They ain't like we don't have to bring tethers in anything.
Yeah, like white people. This past full cycle was the only people that had a positive growth in birth rate.
But white people,
And the
Hispanics
reason
are
why
classified
they
as
are
white.
is
They
because of
Hispanics get classified in their own group.
Men are classified as white.
We have to look at the reason why. I'm sorry. All right, go ahead.
I got a question. Where does this fit in with the narrative that they have a white replacement theory? Like, it's crazy they have a white replacement
Who
theory.
has a white replacement theory?
White people, but they're actively reproducing more than any other.
I'm going to tell you something.
Like,
Listen
you
to
understand
the
the
reason why.
question?
I'm going to give
Yeah,
you
it's because of they're dying out at a higher rate than that they're reproducing.
Okay,
exactly. And
when you look at that, and then you look at like the importation of like whether you say immigrants, the birth rates of them and the birth rates of blacks, Hispanics, and other people. Typically, white people have a lower rate, and all those other ones have a higher rate. And the replacement theory isn't saying it's going to happen like this, and they're still going to be the majority minority. But I think maybe it's like 2040 or 2050 or something like that. They'll be the majority minority, but a minority nonetheless.
But one of the reasons why the birth rates are the way they are is because the ban of abortions. That just shows you who was having the abortions. See,
people don't have abortions no more. Why need an
That's
abortion
what I'm
when she can
telling
get
you.
she can get a plan B or she can get a
Steve.
Plan B's don't count as abortions?
Nope.
No.
What I'm saying to you, listen. What I'm saying to you.
That's the best
The
invention
reason
ever.
why I'm talking about the white population.
I think they can cause miscarriages, which would be an abortion, but I don't know.
That was having it.
You take a
maybe
plan
if you
B
take
to
it after that
second day.
72 hours.
Yeah, it's like you got.
But if you take it within that 72 hours, that ain't nothing. That's a clump of cells.
Yeah, I'm not a Plan B vet, so I'm not even going to sit here in front like I know what the timeline is.
Like you got to think about it. People can get that. What's that thing? The IUD. Them girls ain't getting pregnant. These girls ain't getting. These girls hoeing. They not getting pregnant.
They got different types of IUDs now too. They got like a cup
get in the way, bro. Hey, that thing get in the way.
They got one they can put
gotta
in
get out of there. You
Don't
gotta
you
get out
feel
of
it
there.
when she got that on?
They got one they
Hey, I feel it when she got that on. I'm like, oh man.
Tap the back of it. It should be short.
Hey man, nobody want to hear all that on the live.
I heard
screen,
somebody say that. Yeah, I ain't never dealt with a woman with an IUD.
You'll feel it though. It's like, oh, like okay, I guess.
Birth control.
You feel like you're dropping bottom or something. They right, but listen. But what I said, does that not make sense about the reason why the rate went up is because of they were having abortions before. Now it's
the white people was having a bunch of abortions.
Yes.
See, that's a whole new narrative.
And they stopped.
I thought that they said that the majority of abortions was from black women.
That's
a lie. It was a psyop.
Have you ever been to a clinic? Have you ever been to a clinic? You ever been to a clinic?
Yeah,
go early in the morning and see how many that's who out there. They out there now.
The majority of abortions were white.
Hey, I'm the last time you went to a clinic.
Hey now. Mind your business sometimes like that. Mind your goddamn business.
I was gonna say it's not the same, bro. You talking 20, 30 years ago?
The majority of abortions
are
white women aborting black babies. If you understand.
Hey man, that's a post game. That's a post game.
We do have a super chat. Shout out to my guy, Fat Boy. He dropped one. I think he sent this to G maybe. But these bees can exile me. I built this shit brick by brick. They just pulling each.
Pause.
Yeah, hella pause, man. Hella pause. I fuck with Fat Boy though. They was trying to talk to us crazy about the anime. I mean, I knew I wasn't tripping, man.
Oh no, I ain't watching no anime.
You an anime boy?
I ain't gonna even start. Don't start, Johnny. We'll talk about it later, man. We'll talk about it later.
Hey, can you run down your rundown real quick? I wanted to comment on some of that stuff real quick.
Oh, me?
Yeah.
Of what we talked about, we did.
Rundown.
Did you
outline?
My bad. Let me see. All right, there we go. All right, cool. Now I got it. So we started off. Well, I'll just run down some of the things we did. The Jackson Dart one. Did you have an opinion on that?
Yeah, he has every right to do what he did. He's not wrong for doing what he does.
Okay. We had the Asian that shot the black boy.
Yeah, I would think y'all would be more upset about that. Like, are y'all getting into any protests or got any plans on doing stuff in the community?
I think that they burnt down the building.
Yeah, you keep
South
saying
Carolina.
they, because this to me affects y'all like specifically. You know, young black men.
No, that's South Carolina.
Yeah. That happened in South Carolina.
I thought y'all.
So
in
maybe
South
Johnny.
Carolina.
No, don't disrespect. Don't disrespect the panel, old man.
Yeah, Unc live in South Carolina. I live in North Carolina.
Oh, okay. I thought y'all all were in South. Okay.
Hell no.
Hell no. Hell no.
You can't.
Can't you see? Look. Can't you see the difference? Can't you see the difference? Look how Johnny look and look how Q and G look.
No disrespect, but you don't see. You can't get this in South Carolina, player. You can't do that.
They got a color line. They got a color line over there, man. They got a color line, man.
Hey, really want to.
That's because it's real 100% FBA down here.
Hey, bro, y'all funny as fuck.
Hey, so this is
You gotta cross over the line, man.
Hey,
real 100%
FBA.
Nobody would ever, no North Carolinian would ever be like, I'm so, like, no.
No, I'm not saying y'all like.
But the South
Carolinians
will say that they from
South Carolinians want to claim North Carolina. They want to move to North Carolina.
Ex Johnny pretend like he's from Charlotte. I don't know.
I was born in Charlotte, bro.
Look at him. I hear him doing it right now.
I was literally born there. Like I can't help.
You literally hear him doing it right now.
So what you mean? Your people drove across to the hospital, had you?
No, my mama.
Back across.
My mama lived.
Johnny an anchor baby.
My mama, I lived in Charlotte.
Y'all got
I moved to Rock Hill.
South Carolina tethered.
I moved to Rock Hill. I moved.
That's a new.
So we got it's 2 and 2, 2 from North and 2 from South. Is that that's what I'm seeing? Okay, got it.
The darker ones are from South Carolina. You right.
The real FBA. It be half FBA from North Carolina.
Hey, Johnny, bro, don't be Johnny. You can't start claiming FBA, man. When I first started coming on the show, you was I don't want to be considered black type nigga, man. Now you FBA'd out, man. Shut up.
Johnny said me no black.
I ain't say no me no black. I said
that nigga Johnny was like, why we still gotta be dealing with race?
Hey, hold on, wait a minute.
In 2026 and shit.
Y'all
man.
niggas arguing the A now too. Y'all try to be FB. What's the A stand for?
Now he FBA.
I said I'm more American. Y'all said
that's that shit you was saying when I first started watching the show. I'm American.
What's the A stand for in FBA?
But what's them qualifiers before that? There's some qualifiers before that.
A stand for. I knew I was black.
What was
it? I was throwing the A on my shit before y'all did.
What was the next on the rundown? Next thing on rundown.
Throwing the A on your shit.
Y'all did Jay-Z. I said something about Jay-Z.
It was Jay-Z. Jay-Z did basketball.
Oh no,
Jay-Z.
So we did basketball one, which was are you Spurs? Are you Knicks?
Oh, okay.
I do got a basketball take. Can I get off right quick, old man?
Yeah.
Y'all disrespecting Kerr because it's one thing.
That was cute.
It's one thing to get some players and they great and they good, or you see their potential. Because nobody not gonna say we didn't think Curry was gonna be something. But even then, when Kerr got there, there's some question marks. There's some can Curry last? Draymond Green is not even a rotational player for Mark Jackson. And then Klay Thompson. No, he wasn't. Draymond Green couldn't get on the court because he was too fast.
No, he was not. Draymond played with Mark Jackson for sure.
He was coming off the bench. He could not stay on the floor because he was too fast.
They had Lee and they had David West back then.
They had David Lee getting all of the minutes when Draymond was there.
David West.
But we're talking about.
Now, look, I'm not going to disagree. Draymond's career is because of Kerr. I'm not going to disagree on that.
And I'm not saying Draymond the greatest player, like as from an individual standpoint, but from what he did for for what he allowed for the Golden State Warriors to do, he is inconsequential. He is inconsequential to the game, the style of play that they played once he became a focal point in the offense. Because they went from Curry being a point guard.
But you have to understand, Steve, he's also the first one you can and easiest to replace.
But if that was the case, they would have been replaced.
No, not if he's doing his job.
Well,
but I'm just saying, like
now I think now people like to talk.
You replaced Draymond before the other two.
I think it's easy to talk bad about Draymond now because he beyond his prime. But I'm not gonna sit up here and act like when the Warriors shit the bed against the Cleveland Cavaliers, Draymond Green wasn't going bucket for bucket with LeBron. Like he was the best player on the team.
We got to stop talking about his one good game. He's ever had.
One good game.
It don't matter.
Like
he was the only nigga
in
going
one
with
game.
it.
But my thing is that I can give you Earl Boykins his best game ever, and it'll make him seem like.
But do the coach not
in general? And again, I'm not a Draymond shitter. Like I think that prime Draymond has value. He's not like the worst player ever. I also think that past like the KD Warriors, he's been a more net negative than net positive.
And I agree with you.
But they did get another ring with him.
That's the only point that I'm making.
But all I was trying to say, do the coach do the coach not have to have some type of understanding to figure out the scheme for these players for it to work?
Yeah. I agree
because they
that.
running something totally different with Mark Jackson. They running something totally different.
So I also would say that I think that they was going to win, and they was going to win at a decent rate regardless. But I think that Kerr did put in Pop's system, made a couple adjustments, and he did well. I think that first championship, he did a decent job, a really good job, should I say, and got them, through it. I think that from that second one and up, because even if you go to that second run, Draymond was wilding the fuck out in regular season games. And you know what I mean? Like just doing wild shit where you'll hear the like at halftime, this nigga done thrown chairs at everybody and did all kind of shit. And I think that at some point you do have to rein it in, and not reining it in. The reality is that you leave probably 2 to 3 championships on the table by KD leaving.
But in my opinion, him not reining it in is an issue of Steph Curry, not of Kerr.
No,
because if Steph Curry, no. In this today's league, if Steph Curry go to that coach and say Draymond can't be on the team no more, Draymond is not on the team no more.
Yeah, he can do that with the coach
this is true, but also at the same time, like I don't think that Curry is that kind of kid, regardless.
They say that's the only reason he there. They say, all the little Golden State writers and reporters say the only reason Curry. It's the whole point of why they call him Steph. That's why when what's buddy who Draymond punched?
Oh,
what's
Jordan Poole.
When Poole told him, you might as well be Steph Curry backpack because he, shit.
Oh yeah.
Because everybody know that like.
Well, he carried him. That's
the only person in the organization. Because ain't no organization in their right mind gonna be like we keeping Draymond Green over all these other people unless they superstar is like that's my guy.
And the issue is that it's destroyed. I honestly think that more Curry and
breaking up.
Kept them away
Pause,
from more
old man.
than they have.
I mean, old man said you going in and out.
No, I said you breaking up. Unc said you going in and out.
Yeah, pause.
Hey, G, you be doing pauses like every third word now.
G just do a pause just to be safe.
Yeah, he just said pause.
That nigga got a safe pause. Just
gotta be careful, man.
It ain't that many pauses.
Hey, you gotta be careful.
Don't worry, ain't nobody recording.
That's because them people on your channel, G. G not saying it for us. He's saying it for his followers. He got a bunch of followers. You don't see them. Well, they be writing some crazy shit. G followers is crazy. G got them followers for them.
They not G followers. They just the algorithm is just algorithming.
Yeah, I just want to give Kerr. I just want to give Kerr just a little bit more. Like, come on, man.
Kerr is not horrible. I'm not
right.
gonna sit here and say Kerr is the best in like, but he's definitely not horrible.
Yeah, man. He got a system, and it worked for them three guys when he got it. Them three guys who he got.
No, Kerr is a pure coach. He was bred to coach. His dad was a coach. He was always going to coach. So I mean,
I guess y'all can't hear me. Okay.
No,
yeah, we can hear you now, Q.
We can hear you.
Oh, y'all can? Okay.
Yeah. For whatever reason, when you on camera, we can't hear you, but then you go black, we can hear you.
Oh, that's the Johnny.
Knicks in 4 games. I said it. Knicks 4 games.
Nah, they ain't. We ain't rolling.
Knicks with a sweep.
Nah, we ain't rolling. But
yeah, you also.
I get it. All
Go
I'm
ahead.
saying is that he ended up being detrimental to. I think the Warriors could have ran off 6 and 7. I'll just put it like that. Even the rebuild that was supposed to happen, you let the wild card that no longer had value drive out everybody. I think if you keep Jordan Poole and Klay Thompson, they are way more competitive than what we see today. That's my ended statement. We talked about old man to continue down like the quick hitters. We hit Jay-Z and the freestyle at Roots Picnic.
Yeah, that's trash.
Okay, trash.
It sounded better with the beat though. When y'all played it with the beat,
it's not even about that because now you got to tie
sound
in.
better with the beat.
This is why it's trash. This is why it's trash because music is not just about music. It's about everything that's tied into it, social media wise and online. So if you're going through interviews and talking about how rap is not we got to get rid of the battle culture and rap, and then you go and try to do a battle rap, it doesn't make sense. So that's why it's trash. Like, be consistent. Like,
oh man, you actually you helped me change my point. That shit was trash. You right, old man. Because Jay-Z like to play victim and villain at the same time.
You hate that nigga Jay-Z too. I'm noticing this.
Nah, look. He up here want to cosplay.
Hear that song I sent into the what you call him earlier, the Discord earlier, and I told y'all Jay-Z was sounding like Quagmire. Wiggity. That was Quagmire rapping ass.
Hey, no, but Jay-Z, he like to play. He like to play this angle as if he doing all this stuff for the culture and not for himself. I remember when Jay-Z sat down with them NFL folk. He told them NFL folks, "Hey man, we beyond the kneeling and all that stuff now. We beyond the politics and all that stuff now.
Yeah.
For what? Some halftime shows? How did some halftime? The halftime shows save the race?
No. But don't be disingenuous inside my FBA voice. Like he talks about actionable items, and I agree with that. I think that it becomes a point where you have to get past symbolism, give us actual power and seat at the table.
No, we got to see Bad Bunny twerk that ass. We got to see Bad Bunny twerk that ass on halftime show.
Jay-Z.
Like,
No.
If we don't like our own personal,
that wasn't a
if we don't
privilege.
like our own personal music, that's up to us. But at the same time, kneeling for 10 more years was going to do nothing.
Jay-Z is Dr. Umar. It sounds good, but there's no substance behind it.
I agree. He is the Dr. Umar rap, man.
Jay-Z might as well be a fan.
I agree with that as well.
How he gonna sit up here and complain about somebody hanging out with MAGA folk when he literally just went to a damn dinner and sat at the same table and talked about business deal with Jared Kushner and Ivanka Trump?
Listen, as I said earlier,
He's trying to get his name off the
be a
list.
billionaire.
Nah, fuck that nigga Jay-Z, bro. I really don't like Jay-Z.
You can't have billionaire and Democrat all in one body of a person. You can't be a true Democrat and be a billionaire all at the same time. It's impossible.
I don't fuck with that nigga Jay-Z.
Money coming down, it's the
A
truth.
Democrat?
I think Jay-Z is the epitome of what's wrong.
How can you be a Democrat and a billionaire at the same time? It's impossible.
Nigga,
There are mad billionaire Democrats, but
Obama a billionaire. Bill
Mark
Gates a
Cuban,
billionaire. Mark
there's mad
Cuban.
billionaire. Bill Gates, there's mad Democrat billionaires.
Yeah, it's the same.
Are they
They're the
real?
same.
Are they true?
Billionaires is
Are they
bipartisan.
true? Are they
Yeah,
true
that-
Democrats? I'm not saying
Are you
that
talking
you
about
can't
like
claim it.
socialist? Like being a socialist?
I don't think y'all understand the Democratic Party of the day is the Democratic Party of Clinton. It ain't the Democratic Party of FDR. When Clinton took over the party in 1992 with the DCCC, he kicked out all the radical Democrats.
Yeah, well, I'm not a Jay-Z fan either. So we ain't the same page with that one, Steve.
Yeah, fuck that nigga Jay-Z, man. I don't like that nigga.
Jay-Z.
Damn, niggas
You
go
you
hard.
get on my.
No, look, I'm finna hot take.
Fuck
Hot take. I got a hot take right here. As much as people talk, as much bad stuff people talk about Drake and how we try to dissect if Drake is bad for the culture,
Oh no.
Jay-Z is actually bad for the culture. That's how I feel about that nigga. I don't think Drake is half as
back to the New York parental leave though. Let's get to the bottom of this.
Hey, how many of Biggie lyrics gonna come out your fat lips?
Let's get back to the bottom of the parental leave for real.
I thought we finished that.
Nah, we not finished.
No, don't go back.
Gee,
there. Please
I'm
don't
not
go
gonna
back
argue
there.
with this all day.
Nah, hey, look, I just want I put the clarity in the chat just so it's
G,
clear.
I agree. G, I agree.
Just so
I
it's
agree.
clear.
I agree, G. I agree.
You don't even know what you're agreeing to.
I agree. I read it. I read it in the chat. They get
All right.
67%. I agree.
That's all I'm saying. That's not as good as it necessarily sounds.
I agree.
He's gaslighting.
I agree, man. What?
Hey, G, he's gaslighting you.
Hey, I know.
No.
Johnny,
A nigga. No. If a nigga show you the text, show you the text, you can't disagree with the text. I agree with the text. The text say you're gonna get 67%. That's what G said. I shouldn't have been absolute in the language that I use, G. I should have said up to 12 weeks. My bad for using absolute language.
And you only get $1,200 a week, respectfully. If you look at that over the course of a year, that's like 68,000. Respectfully, living in New York City, 68,000 is if you live in New York City and your salary is 68,000, you are at the lower tier of what's going on.
But compare that to unemployment. That's more than double unemployment.
What you making? What point you
So
making?
I'm saying you still making money. So if you're not like
No. Hold up. Up to.
Well,
So you're not gonna get paid. You're not gonna get paid more than what you made. You're gonna get paid a max of that number.
Exactly.
So that's the thing. If you're making, say, for example, if you're making $100,000 living in New York City and you take this paternity leave, you're gonna be forced to take $1,200 a week, which is like 68,000. So you're taking a pay cut for your paternity leave.
Okay, DG, we get it. But that's not we wasn't arguing that, just to be clear.
Okay. Yeah, we weren't arguing that.
We wasn't arguing that, just to be clear. But if you want to you made the point, we agree.
Just to be fair.
You're right, G. G, you are right. You're right.
Like,
you're right, G.
That nigga G, this nigga went to the fucking Marcus Garvey Bishop of Dunn Academy of Law.
Hey.
G is right, though.
Why else are we here if we ain't gonna unpack this shit?
Oh,
right,
okay.
Why else are we here if we not gonna unpack this shit?
That's the name of the show. That's the name of the show. And you,
hey, I just want to highlight that. I want to highlight that. Fat Boy hyping me up in the chat. I fuck with you, Fat Boy. Yeah, I'm gonna tell the truth about this bitch ass nigga Jay-Z every chance I get online, man.
Hey, yeah, real talk. I don't know why people still try to claim. I think Beyonce is the only thing why people
Jay-Z FBA, you can't.
Fuck that nigga. I ain't claim. Nah, you just
say that again.
I thought you can't like tear down your own FBA
No,
brothers.
Nah, I'm tearing niggas down.
Oh, you like to tear them down,
You think? Hey, whoa.
PJ.
Yeah, I'm trying to tell y'all, you better pause it. See, y'all a little too liberal. Y'all just like to go crazy with it.
I'm gonna put a pause. I'm gonna put a pause on that. Let me phrasing.
You like to tear niggas down. I get it. Pause.
Phrasing.
MPH particularly.
Yeah,
but that's why I take so much issue with the Jay-Z's of the world, because he is, I mean, from what I know, he is a foundational Black American, right? Like from what I understand about him. But
stop hating on that black man.
Nah, I'm not. I do think one of the most detrimental things somebody ever said on TV was what's her name? Issa Rae, that year when she said she rooting for everybody black. I am not rooting for everybody black. I am rooting for some black people to fail. I am conspiring against some black people.
Like, somebody need to mute up. Somebody need to mute up.
Your phone is cracking.
I'm cheering for somebody.
Hey man, Q, what you do to the screen, man?
That's Johnny.
I didn't touch nothing.
Johnny don't know what he's doing.
Johnny, put your cup down.
Hey, get us to the after show. Hey, let's go ahead and go to the after show, man.
I don't know what he's doing.
Johnny just pressing every button. He don't know what's going on.
I didn't do this. I'm chilling and it
I muted up and I can still hear the static. I don't know who that was.
I think
it's Q. He's driving, so we hear the crack.
It was Q. Yeah.
Y'all ain't got 5G. Y'all ain't got 5G LTE out there, dog.
You got to get us to the post, Johnny.
All right, well, shoot. It's I appreciate everybody pulling up. We had Q. You hear him. We got G. We had Unc in the building. Steve. Oh man, I am standing in for Q. Johnny P. We out.
Even you.